hell is even that?
That is one big pilot.
For a modern gaming audience.
Why are you running?
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
We're communists.
Woke.
Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? I'm like, what comic books are you reading?
I'm cured! Praise God!
He murdered! He murdered!
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
For a modern gaming audience.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble.
Welcome to Nerd Wars. Sorry about that. Welcome to Nerd Wars.
Please clap.
Welcome indeed to, you guessed it, Nerd Wars. And we have a special announcement, everyone. Ready for it? Big news, big news. Our guy, the Angry Badger, is at 3,000 subscribers.
I was hoping you would make a joke or yell at me. So yes, I did. Last night, shout out to Leon. Shout out to Words of Paradise. Thank you, Laud. Yeah, last night when we were streaming, I did pushed me over the edge to 3,000 subs. So thank you, everyone. It's a fun time. Surprising amount of you were there for 1 a.m. my time. Like, I think he streamed to like 5.
As usual, we underestimated the chat.
Yes, we did.
And they showed up in a big way.
Absolutely.
If there's anything more important than my ego on this ship, I want to cut chat right now. Hey, come on.
If R2 shows up, I'll be impressed.
No.
Be impressed. Yeah. How are you doing, buddy?
Oh, just
any milestones for you?
I've only lost 19 subscribers since I last uploaded a video.
Hey, I lost 2 already, but I'm still over 3,000. I'm still over 3,000. Don't worry, you can't stop the gravy train. Shout out to Reinhardt. He was there last night. Thank you, my man. Thank you to everyone.
Early today.
Yeah, man. It's a surprising amount of people. Bly was there.
And the chat before this stream started, we had like a dang cookout going. We were like tailgating.
I love it. Hey, you know what? I understand, Lod. I think about starting earlier, but Cobra Cast is always going and Hypnotic's going. So it's like, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. But it's a surprising amount of you do stay.
Hypnotic's always going, though. So, I mean, how can you not stream while he's streaming? Hayden, oh, wait.
I watch his stream, too, so.
All right. Yeah, Lots hit it. Lady Aaron D's hit it. We got the Hayden member emojis going in chat now. We got a bunch of tiny little Haydens.
That's awesome.
He's multiplying.
He's got an army of I just picture him like he in Lord of the Rings. He just goes out to the orcs to war, but it's all the bots that he sends out.
I feel like it's a hacker guy montage where he's just got like a bunch of these just strapped all around him, and he's just.
He streamed last night, didn't he? Doesn't he stream 6?
He finally took a break after 2 months because. Do you know why?
Okay. No, what happened?
Going on tonight?
Well, he's got Mark Kearns on Grums, doesn't he? On Saturday Night Hypnosis.
And then after that.
No, what's after
that?
He's
on Flashcast after that.
Well,
so
yeah.
He's doing a lot of streaming.
You got to preserve. You got to preserve your social battery for that one.
So if we see him in chat, everyone, we have to insist that he comes on this stream today because he is not doing enough streaming today.
Yeah, double dip. You got to go for the 3-peat.
He held out on you guys last night. We got to get him in today. Where you at? Mm-hmm. Where you at, Hypno? I know you're looking.
Must be
somewhere.
Jonesing.
Oh my
God! Act. He kept misspelling Jack Daniels, Act Daniels. So I was like, Aggie. This. I was like, if he shows up, I am impressed. I'll tell you, got me impressed.
In bed still?
I don't care where you're streaming from, as long as you're you're joining the fun. Yes. God damn. See, all the boys is back in town. Thank you. Down, upwards. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh yeah, and shout out to Hypnotic, man. Good. Get a little bit of rest. Well, I know what I'm doing tonight. I mean, I'm always watching Saturday Night Hypnosis, but I will definitely be tuning into Flashcast. Flashcast goes late.
Yeah, super late. That's why he finally had to take a break.
Yeah.
Does that break his streak, though? I don't think it breaks his streak.
Yeah, what do you hit, like 40?
He said like 44 or something.
I was saying like 44, 45. I would have had to have gone to 50 myself just for mental OCD purposes. Oh,
Poor
no.
guy. All right, well,
Might have to hair the dog.
all right. Do we BS a little more? Do we talk about sequels, remakes, and reboots? Because oh my God, Hollywood is.
I think because you said yours is giggity, yours is a little bit longer. We should probably just go with that, and then people can jump right on board and
because
speed through some of mine, and then get into all the meat, get through the vegetables, and then give you the meat and give it to you raw.
If any of you were worried we were going to have too few topics to talk about today, I have 15 to 20 tabs pulled up right now, and Badger's got some too.
Yeah, I got faux.
So it may be time to get into it. From Hollywood and Toto. Hollywood triples down on sequels, remakes, and reboots. Things are tough out there for Hollywood, so are they going to take a risk? Nope.
Depends.
Tripling down sequels, remakes, and reboots. Because why not?
Yeah.
So, did you ever see this Ninja Turtles?
No, this is the Mutant Mayhem one that Seth Rogen production. Isn't this also the one with the fat, ugly, race swapped April O'Neil? Yes. No, I didn't watch it for all of those reasons, and also I don't like that animation style.
I kind of like the animation style, but I just can't. I didn't even see the second Spider-Verse, even though I really like the first one.
That's also the one where they said, and I'm sorry to use the devil's language, but that's where they said that they were coded black, that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are actually black, even though famously they're fucking white surfer dude, like an cowabunga dude surfs up. Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? But like maybe this new revisionist history version is. But yeah, no, I never watched that version.
Yeah, cowabunga. No, I'm saying shit.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, it's getting a sequel.
Of course it is.
That's why I ask.
Of course it is.
So there's a good reason movie studios can't stop making sequels to popular films. Return on investment, or at the very least, they're less risky than original stories. That's what a lot of it is the risk and being risk averse. Just ask the minds behind 2023's well-regarded thriller, The Creator, which I've been wanting to see, but everyone supposedly didn't like, but now it's being called well-regarded. How that works.
Yeah, but by whom? By them? So-called civilized reviewers.
And so my coded white.
You're coded Asian adjacent, I think.
That was my exact thought. Thank you. That's
wavelength. Darwin and the beef wavelength. I knew what you claim when the DEI police come to you. I just say queer. I get it over with. It's fine. It's fine. I could throw Latinx in there if I really want to.
Oh, of the 15 to 20 tabs I have pulled up, one of them is actually about Latinx.
Of course. We'll see if we can summon the great Deadpoolio, my favorite Latinx, just by saying. With him, you only say it once. You have to say it 4 times.
You don't have to say it twice, like Beetlejuice.
Well, Graf Webb, you have to say it 4 times to summon him and do the dance, which he still hasn't told me the moves of the dance, but.
You're not shaking your butt enough.
Yeah, a movie called Them would be cool.
There is a movie called Them.
Yeah, but like an M. Night Shyamalan type of Them, and you know who they is.
They made the Pray the Gay Away camp like slasher movie. Remember that one?
Which one's that one
like a year ago? I did a review of the trailer and put it on Band.video. We were rooting for the serial killer, but as expected, the serial killer was the transmission killing. Who would get?
Well, see, that's the crux of the film, Hayden, is you never find out who the them. Actually, you know what? I am going to another story, and thank you, Hayden. When I do know what my first story is, just keep this in mind.
Oh my
God, who's
God.
the them though? Yeah,
you're changing it again. This is the fifth article.
I know. I'm just like I can't decide which sex position to do. They're all my favorite, but he said something that leads me into it. But no, you keep going with the reboots and all that because you're right. The problem with that is there's a couple reboots I'm actually looking forward to. I'm a victim of my own. Yeah, I know. I'm a victim.
Practical face huggers.
I've heard that's going right back. Remember Gritty and Realistic? You do have a lot of tabs. Remember Gritty and Realistic and Down to Earth? They're doing this is supposed to be more like the original Aliens, like set in the same time period, same technology, very gritty, grounded. Of course, there's some DEI. There's their robot. Forgot that model. Not Cyberdyne Systems 101. Oh, there we go. Shout out. We were just talking about you. Congratulations. See you tonight.
Not praising him in any way.
No, I was
wouldn't-
praising you for firing him until he
Wouldn't
sees
dare.
Back to the Future too. That was a really good idea, and I support that.
We're getting to it, people. We have to wait for the news segment. Erwin finally watched a movie. We're not there yet. We're currently talking about cinematic tsunamis, of course. The news comes courtesy of this week's CinemaCon, which, according to Gary, no one was at. A star-studded event meant to showcase the titles coming to theaters over the next few years. And by that, I mean gaslight everyone into thinking it's going to be all good like they did with Captain America 4. They're starting over, guys, with the New World Order. So here's one. The Scary Movie franchise.
So good Once Upon a Time.
Now it's back.
But they don't know how to. It depends on who's writing it. But either way, they don't know how to meme or joke anymore. So it's like,
yeah, no word on the creators on the 6th installment. Well, don't worry, Liam Neeson signed on to Naked Gun.
Yeah, but I mean, if you've watched, see, that's the one that I actually think Liam Neeson might be. He's got some comedic timing.
It's similar to a movie called They/Them. It. Same thing.
Yeah, that was a good one, actually.
Remake of The Running Man, so the reason I watched Logan's Run was because I was trying to watch the sci-fi dystopia stuff from like the 70s and 80s. The Running Man's my last one. So do you think I should just wait for the remake?
Okay, well, that was one of my stories, but that was basically the sum of the story is that they're remaking The Running Man and Glenn Powell is going to play it. So we can skip that one. But yeah, you should watch The Running Man just because it's a great Arnold movie. Did you ever watch that movie Gamer with Gerald Butler?
No, I know what you're talking about though.
But that is basically a ripoff of Running Man. If you watch Running Man, there's a lot of fucking people movies that have ripped this movie off. So yeah, definitely suggest Running Man. But obviously, to get your job back, you need to watch Back to the Future 2 first. But then, yeah, God, that list. It's growing.
Well, here, I'll whip it out. Let's see, where are you at? I got a okay.
Oh,
I made it official. There's an official shaming me list, okay? I'm trying to make it easy for you guys to spitefully send me super chats.
I'll tell you this though, if the world were to fall out right now and those movies were preserved, we would have a solid foundation of which to rebuild. Solid foundation. A couple more need to be added for balance, but even just what you've got right now, that's a solid cultural update for anyone if they've never seen it. Have you never seen The Blair Witch?
When I was really young, so
I threw up in the movie theater.
I probably only watched like a quarter.
You know, people were getting like motion sickness because it's all shaky cam footage.
Oh, it was the first shaky.
Bro,
cam?
I had to bounce out. I got motion sickness from it. Like went back in and finished. Yeah, decent movie when I remember as a kid, even though it might be boring nowadays.
Sounds like they're Bloomhousing it.
Of course,
because why not? So
The Exorcist, The Omen. They're doing everything over.
Oh, yep. Including one of your favorite movies, at least according to Open Bar, Gladiator 2 with
Gladiator
Pedro
is
Pascal.
Everyone knows. Hold on. I'm gonna wait for the chat to catch up, so I'll get shamed for something that I maybe admitted to regarding Gladiator. But yeah, first of all, that sequel to Gladiator has been announced forever, and at one point it was supposed to be Russell Crowe, like in the afterlife or some shit. Now it's something completely different. Now it actually follows one of the characters, the son, Lucius. The kid that was following him around. Yeah. Commodus, his nephew.
Oh, that's
that kid. Now? Yeah, so that kid is going to grow up, and that is the main star of Gladiator.
Well, we actually get in because apparently they showed some, and apparently it was the best part of CinemaCon. So I've heard
that doesn't surprise me. Actually,
I've heard like 3 or 4 things were the best part of CinemaCon so far. So we'll talk about that here in a second. Transformers 1 because they just can't let it die.
Charlie, I don't even assume he's seen good porn. Nothing good. I don't even say good. Nothing good. Just good porn. Yeah. Transformers. So that just means they're going to reboot the whole thing, go over again. Yeah.
I haven't seen a single Quiet Place. I don't think Transformers. I think I've seen all of them, but the Beast Wars one. That was when it finally just went off the rails, and I'm like, I don't need to watch any of this
That was when you think it went off the rails? First of all, I'll call it out now. It went off the rails in the second one when he had racist black robots that couldn't read. The twins, they talk like this the whole movie, and then they couldn't fucking read. That is literally the most racist shit I've ever seen in my life.
They killed Jazz, the black-coated Transformer, too.
Bruh. So it went off the rails a long time before we got to the Beastamorph version.
I found
there
him.
We go. We didn't even have to summon him. We didn't even have to summon him.
And I didn't have to do anything in the back end, and you can give that a thumbs up. Let's see some thumbs up in there for Graph Rogue.
I like it. Giggity back end.
I'm a little disappointed we didn't get a for fuck's sake before it, though. But maybe we just haven't quite earned it. Let's work harder so we can earn that FFS.
But you know who did also show up last night is Miss Anners. No good. No, either way, Anners showed up. You know.
Nice.
Anners, yes.
On what?
Changed her
what
picture.
Stream?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Wait,
My
she
stream.
changed her picture when I put her in the dang outro?
Yeah. I mean, still her, but it's a different angle. What's up, Honey Badger?
That's what Alex Darby did to me too. I actually replaced Alex Darby's old photo with her new one, which is now her old.
Let us hope we never see
amputee interracial.
Canonically, this is true.
All of that except for interracial. I don't want to get fired from being the editor for the Bigot Army. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
unless they're Asian or Latina or yes, those are acceptable.
By the way, that A Quiet Place Day One, that just screams of it's a prequel to A Quiet Place with a black woman and as the star.
Oh my god.
Sorry. Prove me wrong, but when I see the trailer and the poster, it's like, oh, so that's what this is. It's literally like the day of the aliens attacking and just with a very diverse protagonist. And that's fine. I hope the writing is good. Did you watch these movies?
No, that's what I was saying. I haven't seen a single darn one of those. I've seen Gladiator, of course. Who hasn't seen Gladiator?
It's the worst version of what you would want. Like, you know how there's the fun zombie apocalypse and the bad one? Like, the slow moving are fun and the fast moving are bad. This is like the worst version of an alien apocalypse where they're all fucking bulletproof and like rocket proof, and you have to do something very specific to make them vulnerable. Nah, you want the fun alien invasion.
The dumb aliens that can go through outer space, but who we
the
can
ones
defeat.
That have like sort of equivalent technology, but not really, and just accidentally fell through a wormhole or something, so we can all own on them. You know, Super Earth.
Stupid aliens.
Stupid ass. What are they? Stupid or something? All right.
I heard those automations are back.
Oh shit! Okay, I did hear about this.
Yeah,
they will not leave. Stop it! An entire trio, not a movie, a trilogy of The Last Airbender.
If they hadn't made The Legend of Korra, I'd probably be a bit more excited. But...
By the way, I never finished Legend of Korra. I got through season 1 and I bounced out season 2. I didn't like all the spirit shit. And then I wasn't even aware of the intersectional feminism and DEI. Like, I didn't know what that was. I just knew she was off-putting and there was shit I didn't like. And now it's like, oh, well, no wonder I didn't like it. It was filled with it.
Well, it's the problem of when they try to make strong female characters, they just make bitches.
That is Will, and I will say with Fallout, at least they didn't succumb to that. At least Lucy's likable, so it can still be done. You can still make a likable female protagonist that like overcomes things. And speaking of overcoming,
Magnum Norse up in here. He's been dropping bombs all week, man. There have been some bombs dropping this week. I assume because of Vegas.
A lot. Kate Winslet in Titanic because she had nice pepperonis. Didn't like it in any movie since. No pepperoni. Bro, she's had her pepperonis out in like a shitload of movies. I'll give you a list in a minute. No, she really has had her breasts out in a lot. Shout out to her.
An IMDb list. It really helps.
I think that's what Mr. Skin thrives on. He's got a whole entire list.
Well, I did watch Conan the Barbarian, so I do have some hot takes on that. Personally, I'm not sure the 6 to 7 boobs were enough. I said it. We should have had at least 10 racks.
Scared me. Okay. Yeah.
You're not gonna like my score though. My score is a little low, but it does get extra points for him punching a camel in the head, knocking it unconscious. Yeah. Smurfs. When was the last time you watched Smurfs?
It's been a long time. The Pornhub parody wasn't my proudest moment.
What about Paw Patrol? We're in another SpongeBob movie.
Although the last time I heard about Paw Patrol is during the like BLM Summer of Love when they removed all the police dogs or some shit, turned them into superheroes. We're doomed. Try me like one of your French pepperonis, Jack.
Yes.
By the way, fuck her. There was room on the door for both of them. There was room on the Mythbusters proved it. There was room on the door.
Yeah, they recently sold the door.
I heard that for like a pretty obscene amount of money.
That's
obscene.
I feel like that's iconic enough though that some stuff people spend way too much money on and you're like, But I mean, the door from Titanic.
I wonder how he displays it. I wonder how he displays. Do you think when you come into the living room, he's just got, and that's the door to Titanic?
At that, that or just like in some warehouse and they never ever see it, and then they die, and someone's like, "Is this the door from the freaking Titanic?"
Yeah, it's like in Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's just a warehouse full of random shit. So is this? This is not the okay. Good, you do have it because I saw this and it sounds like this might be good. I question the fact that Walter Hamada is involved in it because he was a big part in messing up the DC Warner Brothers version. I mean, aside from Zack Snyder's decisions, Walter Hamada is the one that kept yo-yoing on shit. I have heard nothing but good things about the Last Ronin book.
I think this is around the part where I thought she was gonna fuck a turtle.
And I have also heard that, yes, that she might possibly have banged. I think that started the conversation of do turtles have dicks?
So it's the Last Ronin because there's only one turtle left, and he's kind of got some survivor's guilt and imagines them and stuff. One of the guys I work with,
shout out Magrinol.
He spoiled it for me. He spoiled it for me, and then it turned out his spoil was wrong. But then by the time I finished,
not me, another one.
By the time I finished it, I was really disappointed because however he had imagined what he had thought,
show some of the art.
Yeah, whatever he had.
Because I might actually get this.
I mean, for you and how you, your comic book addiction.
I'm a whore. I'm still.
But I wish.
Is that Casey Jones?
Yeah, I wish his wrong story had been. Right.
I mean, it's his mask.
If I think they should have gone kind of a Fight Club vibe.
Turtlecock was mentioned. Turtlecock was discussed. Did he in fact slay April? Was he killing it from behind?
No, but there
to
was
use the kids' vernacular.
Where I was like, no, please God, no.
Nice. That's what I was thinking too. Nice.
So it's a lot of like, so he's fighting like in the future and stuff, but then they have flashbacks of what happened to the other turtles, and it's pretty cool, but I was hoping there'd be the twist where, like, he's Raphael, but then it turns out he was actually Michelangelo, but when Raph died and he was the last one, he had, like, a psychological break and he snapped, and then he convinced himself he was Raphael.
Don't fucking spoil it for... That's
not what happened.
Oh, thank God.
That's what the guy I work with made me believe was what happened.
That would have been cool.
Because he apparently misremembered it, but that's not what happens. It's just the Last Ronin.
I would have just guessed it was Raphael, because if you had asked me to bet who lived among the turtles, I would always bet on Raphael because he's the one that would snap to hardcore the easiest.
Yeah,
I'll allow it.
When you're being hunted and such, the angry guy. He's the worst Ninja Turtle. I'd say he's the survivor.
Why is he the worst Ninja Turtle? Why? Because his attitude compromises him in a team situation?
No, that's stupid. Because red's the worst color of the four.
Yeah, that's a much better reason.
Are you stupid or something?
Just noticing your noise.
I'm just saying, science shows when you look at the color spectrum, it'd be purple on top, and then blue, and then orange, and then red.
Oh, so I know what he's trying to do here. Doesn't he use all the weapons? Doesn't the Last Ronin use all of their weapons?
Yeah, which is what, you could do that like weird.
Law tried to get clever. He tried to get clever.
Schizo. Yeah, where I was really hoping he'd like convinced himself he was a different turtle because, tragedy and such. But it didn't happen. But my whole point is the reason they're able to make a Mutant Mayhem 2 is because the kids can watch it. But this is going to be rated R, so they're relying on the adults who want to go watch Ninja Turtle audience, which I don't see. Like even something like Deadpool Wolverine that's super popular is gonna like struggle somewhat because it's R-rated.
It depends on their marketing. Depends on their marketing, and if they go after essentially us that like the darker, like the original 80s comic, which I'm sure John will talk about. Obviously I like the kids cartoon from the 80s and shit. But if they go after us for the darker stuff, might be all right. Did you ever watch the Michael Bay ones where I know we're going to talk about him later? The dude who plays Jack Reacher is Alan Richardson. I think he plays Raphael actually.
Oh, that actually.
And the big CGI, and they had then they just
And he's bipolar and depressed.
I was like that.
It's just as a kid, the angry guy. Michelangelo.
He was sarcastic.
Also, it comes down to the weapons too, because
the
obviously
size?
Katana is coolest. Yeah, size.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah,
Why,
I
are you
always
just gonna
wanted the
poke some
swords.
people?
I always wanted the swords, but like Leonardo was sort of lame because he's like the Boy Scout.
Oh, Magnum getting up in here again.
Boom. Me Reiki pepperonis. Me love euphoria with the white lady Sydney. Me right a wrong time. Know what it take over. I'm gonna get canceled.
Thank you,
100
Magnum.
100% endorses that message. Thank you very much. And also, that puts us over because I was saying I ran out of my movie tokens that I'm watching all these movies you guys are forcing me to watch with. So I needed to get to $20 so I could redo my tokens. And Magnum Norris has pushed us over the edge. Next, so we're at 20. So what, $30? That gets us to 50. We got to put on a costume. I'll go grab something simple. Or we could force Badger to whip it out.
Shut up, I'm whipping out. And this is a good point, by the way, though. R-rated nowadays sort of does mean PG-13 from 20 years ago. R-rated movies are neutered. And that is what I am questioning with Deadpool. What's a Disney R rating? Like even some of the things we heard out of CinemaCon,
No pegging
it's like
jokes.
Yeah, well, it seems like it might just be a couple of naughty jokes and shit like that, and that's what'll get it an R rating. I don't know.
But then back in the day, also PG-13s, they'd paint their French girls. Hayden
Oh.
all up in here.
Hayden Wayne. YouTube is telling me. By the way, this doesn't
That's
fucking
a
shock
thing?
me. I'm at my weekly maximum for membership, so I couldn't renew my membership. Here's tip like the bro. Shout out. So someone
Also-
else gifts Hayden. You make sure to grab it. Yeah.
You're the best, Hayden. So if you guys haven't noticed in chat, there's some random orange H's all over the place. Now we got a bunch of little Haydens going around chat. So
he's spawning.
All I'm saying is he probably owes some like alimony and child support to all of you guys now. All them little Haydens running around. Just saying.
Bro, the membership's being hated out.
This is what
this
I
week.
want. So, okay, so Leo because sword, Mikey because he's funny, and then nunchucks, despite chat's best beliefs, despite being a shit weapon, are cool when you're playing a Sega game.
They look cool when they're done right.
I need to know Hayden's favorite Ninja Turtle.
Shout out to Shad. Didn't Shad do a ninja? I think he did not a Ninja Turtle, but I think he's done a nunchuck video before. Unless my memory is just making that up.
Oh yeah, no, it's a big thing. Yeah. Now his channel's under attack, just like mine. Just like mine. So, Last Ronin, I don't see. I want to see it, but the sequel that I wanted to get to the comic book, it's IDW, right? Yeah, IDW. Which is like Heather Antos, Milkshake Crew, and stuff. So the sequel, they're male and female. I think 2 male, 2 female turtles, and they're all different turtle species because diversity. DEI turtles.
In other words, so the worst interpretation of this is they intentionally made this to kill off the male turtles and then put in a new version. Blah, blah, blah.
Literally exactly that.
But fuck that sequel. If we just focus on this and if it's done right, depending on who they cast and what messaging is there, it could be cool. Could be cool.
I always knew I liked your Honey Badger Arcade.
Yeah, I like Leo for the responsibility. I always liked him for the sword, but Raph just had that sarcasm. If you haven't noticed, I'm a little sarcastic sometimes.
He kind of gives Cyclops vibes a little bit.
Yeah, even though Cyclops got that glow up in '97, which I need to watch. I think I'm missing the last episode.
Oh, you've been keeping up with it?
I was until I think we're at the 5th episode. I haven't seen that one because I saw people basically calling Magneto a groomer for being with Rogue back when they were in the Brotherhood of Mutants, and the people had to do the age. Be like, well, she was over 18.
Some of the Jean Grey and like Wolverine stuff is a little
sus.
Like, Ultimate X-Men. They kind of get into it, and then don't even get me started on Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch's.
You got a Game of Thrones thing going on.
Relationships,
Cersei and Jamie thing. Yeah, I just think it's funny. No, but shout out. I mean, talking about characters that got glow ups. So, but yeah, all in all, The Last Ronin sounds better than it sounds horrible.
What sounds better, that or Popeye? Oh my god, I hadn't even seen this. I didn't make it far enough.
Did you ever have to watch the cartoon when you were? I not have to, but did you ever watch the cartoon when you were a kid? There's just nothing else, and they were showing like
a little
old...
bit here and there, and then it's the obviously I had to have watched the Robin Williams one.
I think it was just on. Yeah, me too. Even though I Yeah, I had to have this and Pippi Longstocking, where the TV you would just see would be on TV at some point. Shout out to Robin Williams. Yeah,
Yes,
eating spinach
exactly.
and shit.
And as Oliver Toto points out, 2023, they
Get out of here.
They make these to be safe.
We're gonna have to look this up at some point because I'm sure this has been the Will Smith is pop. Yeah, it's a Netflix adaptation.
So in 2023,
who the fuck was Robin Williams underrated by? That man
Right,
is a god
yeah.
among men. I forget. No, maybe in like dramatic work he doesn't get the love he should have, but yeah, no, that man gets all the credit from me.
Yeah, that's crazy. But
The Marvels.
they do this because they want to play it safe, but there are a lot of examples of this not being particularly safe. So they're sort of in a position where they are just screwed. Whatever they do, they are screwed.
That Indiana Jones, I've still never seen it. The Dial one, I refuse. I can't take.
Really?
I can't take another. Can't take another Harrison Ford destroyed legacy character.
Well, destroy legacy characters. Gladiator 2 includes sharks, crazy wild monkeys, and bloodthirsty rhinos.
Do you know what's funny is if they really do some gladiatorial games, shout out to Max Miller in Tasting History. I was watching something about he goes over like food they used to eat and then the history behind it. And he was talking about the food they used to eat during gladiatorial games and shit. They would really fill up the Coliseum with water and put fucking captured sharks in it. Don't ask me how they got this technology. Yes.
Wait, what?
And put,
So
yes,
that's what
they
he's talking
really,
about.
I think
Gladiator
they are
2,
really showing this.
A goddamn shark movie. There are sharks.
Bro,
crazy
they're
wild
used-
monkeys and bloodthirsty rhinos in the
You
arena
want to
with them
talk
this
about
time.
how lit the ancient gladiatorial games apparently were? They had sharks in a filled up gladiatorial. Yes, and they had aqueducts that could fill it up and drain it.
So we just have like furry mascots going around. They got like actual sharks and tigers.
Could you imagine
Wait,
eating?
is that why we have mascots like that?
I mean, we're definitely going to
Gladiatorial
see some certain religions fed to and or fighting these rhinos and oh shit.
Holy.
Hold on, I have to see if it's done in a racist accent. No, okay. Shout out to Hayden. Congrats on the new show, Nerd Wars. Let's defeat Spectre before they make us eat the bugs. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Spectre. I like calling him Spectre because he is a Bond villain. Klaus must have a cat that he sits and strokes affectionately as he talks about 15-minute cities.
I mean, James
Magnum
Bond was
Norris.
written by a guy who was aware of some British intelligence going on. It's like the reason they were like Bond villains is because the guy who wrote about him knew the like archetype that we were dealing with. Because all this like deep state stuff always ends up going back to like the Empire, the old British Empire.
By the way, that was exactly my
holy
thought.
hell.
I was like, holy, what the fuck? What are we doing here?
So I hate to be a cringe guy who's like, all right, for $100 tier, we get whatever. But my suggestion for $100 tier was you guys get to choose a movie I have to watch that day. I'm super busy, so I might fall asleep because it's going to be at the end. But what are we watching? Do we go straight Back to the Future 2? That's what got put in front. But other than that, we had RoboCop coming up next, which is also free because it's on Max. I had to look. Dude, I looked up what everything was on, and like the things I do for you people.
Yeah, well,
the things Magnum Norris does for me. Thank
this
you.
is
Like,
cultural enrichment also for
you. Guys
you.
have been wild this week. I
Yeah,
love
red
it.
is this. Yeah. How you feel about the color red now, you son of a bitch? I guess maybe.
I'm a change man.
Oh, maybe red now is the color of God.
Yes.
Oh, sit down above.
100%. Captain Marvel. What is that? Is that Is that your favorite Ninja Turtle, Magnum Norris? Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
right now,
is.
now I need to know, Magnum. Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Look, it's the disbelief every time you say it. That's right, Nagno. He has not seen Robo. He would not be able to buy that for $1.
We dropped like 20 viewers, and then you guys get to start shaming me about movies again. And
69 for 69. By the way, Waterworld. I like Waterworld, even though it's lampooned.
But does it go on the list?
No, and I haven't super chatted you. I
lampooned.
haven't super chatted you yet. So no.
Oh no! Well, no. My thought was if we get a hundy, then the whole chat can decide, or whoever it is who drops the hundy can tell me what I have to watch.
And Mephisto, I agree. You guys will get around to it eventually at one point. There's no rush, no pressure whatsoever. Bide your time. Be like the ancient Sith Empire.
I'll say Ghostbusters is also on the list, and one I've been really wanting to get to, and on Hulu.
I Sometimes I forget the ones you haven't seen.
We got Predator up there, Face Off, Alien and Aliens, both on streaming services I have, so those will be getting watched.
What up, girl?
So what are we thinking? What am I watching? Oh, wow. Wait, this is interesting. I want to talk about this one. Donatello being the best troll. Because I always he's like the nerd, like square.
Well, would it surprise you to know, and I think I have this right, is that Mr. Tech Rat also always liked Donatello, both for his technical abilities, right? It's a bit on the nose, but also the staff is not a horrible weapon. For the bow staff.
Yeah, but like my thought when I'm a kid and I'm playing the Sega game is that's a big stick.
Nagdog, which Ghostbusters? Fucking all of them. Fucking, no, that's right. Haven't you right? You haven't even seen Afterlife, right? So fucking all of them. Which one? Which one? You're cute, bro. That's fun.
I'm seeing the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare tonight, early access. So I'm seeing it before all of you. Who's the real movie fan now? We're getting to it later. Sorry.
You have donated a lot of money, so I will maybe not light you up as much as I would have. But like,
all right. So my question:
overrated? I don't know.
Back to the Future 2 or RoboCop? Also,
Back to the Future 2.
Wait, I know I'm working on it. I swear, Melanie, I'm working on it. Oh
shit! There she goes. Can I get half a movie pick? Yeah. I sort of think for that one you should probably just get a whole one. But yeah. See, she changed her picture, but she's got short shorts on, and she's a good Southern gal, by the way. We did determine this.
Oh yeah. No, I DM with Anders to get the profile pic for the outro, and then she immediately changed the profile pic.
We do have two people screaming RoboCop.
Okay, we got a couple RoboCops.
Yeah.
Yes. But okay, Anders, what we watching? So I got to watch something. I got to watch 2 movies tonight.
Did you read the list? You want to read the list to her?
All right, we got Back to the Future 2, RoboCop, Predator, Ghostbusters. Well, Magnum Norris says Ghostbusters is overrated. Face Off, Aliens, Terminator, Forrest Gump, which is on Netflix. That one might take a second for me to be able to watch it. Gangs of New York. I added Escape from LA. I added Rambo and Rocky, both on Max.
Escape from New York would be first before Escape from LA.
Is it? Okay, but yes. LA was the one that's on there.
Yeah, no, but you have to the first one. Well, it's referenced, but yeah, New York for sure. That's the classic one.
I'll allow it.
Escape from LA is controversial. It's controversial. I like it, but I might get roasted for that.
Yeah, people seem to when we first started streaming, I didn't think people would like when we'd go off in these crazy tangents.
I'm starting with John on this one. Hold on, I'm with John on this one. My heart does also say RoboCop, but your Jorb calls for Back to the Future.
And Anna says Ghostbusters, so we got one for Ghostbusters.
Ooh. Thank you.
And then,
I knew that good Southern girl knew what was up.
And then Magnum, get up in here. What are we watching?
Making fried green tomatoes.
If you don't decide,
girl, what?
It's looking like RoboCop.
Hold on. Before we get to Magnum, hold on.
Actually, I like this because Blade Runner is on the list. I have seen Blade Runner.
You've seen 2049, I thought.
But I was a bit too young, so I didn't really quite appreciate Blade Runner. So I've been wanting to rewatch it for a while. All right, Ghostbusters and Blade Runner it is.
Lady.
Also, Magnum, you are the best. I am currently fighting.
They're going to stop him. They're going to be like, what are you doing?
I'm fighting the good fight against the IRS stealing all my money now that I'm self-employed, and it's put me in a bit of a hole. And you guys are the only reason I have money for disposable income to be doing all this. You guys are the best, and that's why I'm happy to watch exactly what you want me to watch, so that way I can give it a 7 out of 10, and you can really hate me. Oh my God!
As usual, we underestimated the chat.
Yes, we did.
And they showed up in a big way.
Look at this.
Fuck.
Look at this. I love coming into these streams where we just see every time we talk about this. I told you they like what we just pulled. I love coming to the streams where we all just talk about randomish shit. Everyone here is awesome. Yes, bro.
Hayden might also be happy. I wanted to start doing a few more political stuff too, because you guys seem to like when we talk politics, which a lot of the other nerd channels, it's like, oh, we got to get away from it. But I'm like, let's talk about it. So it's like DEI, that sort of like politics and stuff like that.
Okay, and yes,
kind of
Lady Aaron,
a little more.
While I challenge you on the Gangs of New York being overrated, correct, the Blade Runner director's cut or the final cut, whatever the last one is good.
It's ninth. I want to take some of the pressure off of me. So yeah, Lady Aaron D says it's overrated, and Nine Breakers says Blues Brothers is terrible. So I can't believe those fake nerds don't like them. Get them. Okay.
Oh,
sorry.
I'll do one. I don't think I've ever actually seen Blues Brothers all the way through, just because. And I like Dan Aykroyd, and like shout out to Belushi. May he rest in peace. It just that sort of thing never appealed to me. Even the sequel with John Goodman, where like I get the concept and I've heard him talk about it, where they're like, you know, musicians and all that, but like it just didn't seem funny. Maybe I should watch it now just to see if I find it funny as an adult.
Okay, so I
do like Dan Aykroyd.
So I added Rambo and Rocky. You had said like Rambo 2, right? But I just watched first Rambo.
No,
what's your thoughts on Rocky?
I think you know, but that Rambo that you have listed there is like the 4th fucking movie. You have to. It's called First Blood.
Yeah.
First Blood. Yeah, okay.
I know.
Yeah.
It was late when I was doing this, and I was watching some guy.
I just want to make sure because it's a very different movie than First Blood or even the second one.
It said 2008, and I'm like, I'm not sure that's the one I'm looking for. But yeah. So here, you will be proud of me when I got the G&G job, because I knew everyone always going on about X-Ray Girl not watching movies. I knew I was going to get shamed for not watching stuff. So I did, before this, start watching stuff to get caught up a little. And I did watch the first 2 Indiana Jones. So I still have The Last Crusade. Would you suggest I need to just finish up the trilogy?
When there's trilogies, I always say you should just finish them up. Yeah.
I will say, really, really freaking enjoyed the first 2.
And yeah, Rocky's great. I like all of them.
Okay.
Unabashedly. All of them.
Yeah, I think Rocky is leaving Max soon, so I will try to watch that shortly.
By the way, that last, I think it was just called Balboa or whatever, where Rocky comes back to do an exhibition fight. We're literally about to see that in the real timeline with Mike Tyson when he comes back. It is the same fucking story as that movie, as an older boxer who used to be a beast, who still has some fire left and has one last thing to prove.
Is it
it's a fucking Rocky movie?
Does he
yes,
fight an
influencer? What is Jake Paul or Logan Paul? One of the Pauls.
Oh no, in the movie.
Oh, in the movie? No, in the movie it's an actual heavyweight dude, but still, it's essentially the same thing. Great movie. Goddamn, now I gotta watch Rockies again.
We definitely hit the costume tier. So are we forcing Badger? Will you at least just go get the mask so we can laugh at you not being able to see anything briefly?
Yeah, I'll get the mask so you can laugh at me not seeing anything. But Anna showed up to super chat me on my own channel because of that. Just so you know. Just so you know, all you do is farming future super chats with that on my channel. And yeah, you have to watch Last Crusade. Well, that's the point, is you have to watch.
Once you see Badger's wiener in a Spider-Man costume, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, thank God no one actually saw it.
And even though you don't want to ever see it again, you desperately need more.
Have you seen them?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and like 9. 9th on here is Terminator 1. So my problem is I've seen a lot of like bits and pieces of this stuff on TV back in the day, because the youngsters probably don't know how this works, but your entertainment was you turned on TV and whatever happened to be on at the time is what you watched, and you had to watch a bunch of commercials, and then when the commercials would come on, you'd watch another channel and completely forget about the last thing you were just watching.
So it wasn't for stolen cable.
I've seen bits and pieces of everything. But yeah, like my family was like Disney movies and stuff. I've seen all the old Disney movies. We got Forrest Gump on there. That's 2 R's apparently. Since when? No, Mandela affected. Gangs of New York. I added on there, but I'm thinking about taking it off. Lady Aunt D is starting to, make some.
She said you a bitch.
Wait, what was the lack of answer?
You about Terminator.
Terminator. I know. I haven't seen any of the Terminators, just little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
I've used the nuke going off scene in probably 10 videos.
So good. So good. I was just watching that one too.
I added
Michael
The Godfather.
Michael Bean.
I haven't seen The Godfather. Yeah, okay. Bad Boys.
You know he hasn't seen this.
Wait, Bad Boys has a Metascore of 41.
Oh my God. Your boyfriend's back.
36.
Rich people donate money to people they like, and I'm rich. Beesh. You know what? That's a dick wave. I approve of that.
Yeah.
I approve of this.
Only thing I can do is like slap my e-peen on the table. He just slapped his actual peen on the table.
By the way, I'm sorry. I just have to say, Anners, stop it. I like accents. You got great movie taste. Digging the shorts. Don't turn me into a simp. I've resisted for a good long time, Anners. Stop it.
I objectively say the girl in the picture is pretty on the last stream, and you're like, we can't say it.
Yeah. You don't want to do it, but every once in a while, you get enough good movie takes, and I'm susceptible. I'm sorry. He has watched Gladiator. He has watched Gladiator.
Anna's got me because in the DM, I'm sorry to share personal information in DM, she said that we are good together, no homo. And I'm like, Anders, you are the best. So I agree. Me and Badger are good together.
Yeah.
No homo.
No homo.
Joker. I haven't seen first Joker.
Slightly homo.
And I feel like I have to see Folie do at this point. Naganal is probably going to make me.
Bro, so you're fired from Hypnotic until you watch Back to the Future 2. And now Naganal is quitting. There's a moratorium until you watch the first two. Yeah, because even I wouldn't tell you to watch anything beyond that. And only the first two Terminator films. Although I would tacitly give you the third in Salvation just because I sort of like them a little bit. But yeah, not contractually.
I told Badger, I watched Back to the Future. It was really good. I liked it a lot. And immediately his response was, have you watched Back to the Future 2 yet? And then I tell Hypno, who threatened to fire me if I didn't watch the first one, hey, I watched the first one. It was really good. And his response was, have you watched the second one yet?
Now, hold on.
I'm trying.
You, on your own, said you really liked it a lot. You liked it more than you thought you would. And then you, on your own, said, I kind of hate how much I want to watch the second one. So I thought you on your own would override your list just to get the, because it ends on cliffhangers. That's what I'm saying.
I originally said I wasn't going to watch twos because I had too many ones to watch. I couldn't watch the twos as well. So I guess we're moving on to my thought. Sure.
Get out of here.
Oh wait, actually no. We literally have a clip for that. Uno momento.
You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
So, Back to the Future, I gave it a 9 out of 10. I would have given it a 9.5 out of 10, but far, far too many incest attempts. And she didn't just like have a little crush on her son. She was like hot and bothered for her son.
Oh no, she wanted to hit it. She wanted to hit it prime time.
Oh, yeah, and I bring up this to Badger before watching it, and he's all just, oh yeah, she flirts with him.
I didn't do this hand motion, by the way.
He was doing it with both hands. He's
no, I didn't
like,
do that.
It's just flirting. Oh, she was like ready to jump his anatomical parts.
She wilded him, bruh.
And I'm assuming that's not in Back to the Future 2. So I'm hoping to give Back to the Future 2 because of that extra 0.5. I will say he didn't punch any camels in the face, though. So that definitely took a little bit away.
Yeah, well, I think I also that there's a real world thing of that, of like siblings or that don't know that they're actually related have found to be dated. Like it's a natural attraction thing.
Yeah. And like,
by the way,
sons, it's
when she does kiss him in the end, she says it's like kissing her brother. So
oh yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah, no, it's cringe. It's funny.
And
still funny though.
Dad, he's trying to get his dad to hook up with his mom, and the first thing he sees about his dad is that he's a peeping Tom.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
What? What?
It's fucking Lod. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that, but Lod 2024.
Lot 689 2024. Thank you very much.
Lot 689 2024. That's fucking funny.
So I would say nothing super spectacular about like cinematography or anything like that. The direction was good. There wasn't anything super special, but it was enough. Music was enjoyable.
The emotions
Story
all
was
hit.
good. A little more wacky than I was expecting.
Yeah, you said that, and I was just wondering what you were expecting.
Well, there were just some moments that it played it up a little more comedy than I was expecting, I guess.
Like when he pretends to be Darth Vader and puts the cassette player on his dad's head and like that, or
stuff that's a little unrealistic. I actually don't even remember the individual things I was talking about at that time. But yeah, no, I was a little surprised. There's the part where he says 1.21 gigawatts and they're in like the garage or whatever. And the dog backs 1.21 gigawatts. And then he goes off, says Great Scott. And when he's backing up, I'm like, oh my God, that's what I do on my stream when I do this.
What?
And I hacked off.
21 gigawatts. Yeah. Do you think you maybe have some manic Dr. Brown energy and I'm your Marty McFly? Oh, jeez, Darwin. We gotta go.
I felt represented. Yeah.
Did you feel seen?
You're the Morty to my Rick for sure.
Yeah, and it wasn't that level, thank God. Yeah, but no. Leia Thompson's beautiful.
I get a little bit of some cringe. Like I get the empathic cringe where it hurts me. So it's just like
I think it's just serious enough, especially towards the end when he starts realizing, oh shit, I'm gonna die. If I don't like make this happen, he starts fading. He plays that obviously the thing of him playing Johnny Be Good, and then wait till the second one where they go back to that from a different angle. It's really impressive for the time without CGI. We would do it, you know.
Last
just super
point.
faces.
Last point. Black representation.
Fuck you and yes. He's like type and have hands.
I already know. I'll grab it soon. Yeah.
Oh
after I make this point, I'll let you tell people what you think about Conan.
Yeah.
So. Black representation. There's the mayor, Goldie or whatever, where he's working at the ice cream shop, just like sweeping the floors, and he's like, "I'm gonna be mayor. I'm gonna work really hard and make something of myself."
Yeah. Well, you see three different generations of him, 3 or 4 different generations at one point.
Oh, okay, cool. But and then everyone else is like, "Oh, you're not gonna do it." And it's just the young black guy's like, "I'm gonna work really hard and be a big achiever." I'm like, "This is beautiful." It was like heartwarming.
Yeah, and he, by the way. He accomplishes his goal, which I mean, obviously you can see in the thing. Time Cop. I know he hasn't seen it. It should be on the list. Boobies are there.
Is it worth seeing? Because it's on Hulu or Max.
Well, boobies aside, it's a really good Time Cop. It's a good time story.
It's a really good Time Cop.
Because there's couple bad Time Cop movies and a TV show.
I know. I hear like that's kind of what they were spoofing, like Red Letter Media's movie, right? Did you ever see their movie?
No,
that they made. I actually did watch it. It's pretty funny. I mean, for what it was. All right. So, and then also the band, the black band plays, and then I love the old I'm a connoisseur of fine slurs, and the old fashioned called them a spook and something like that, and then they all chase off the white boys. They get out of the car and they're like, who you calling names or whatever, and then they chase them off. I was like, yes, I was happy with the black representation. And they had the black mayor and stuff, and normally like if they did that now we'd be like DEI woke and all that stuff, but it was so good.
Yeah, Mia Sara is really all you need to know. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 2 movies you probably haven't seen, but she's hot and she's moved, and then there's a bunch of good fight scenes. Ron Silver I think is the bad guy. Good. It's a good movie all the way through. God, we had it good in the 80s and 90s. We really did.
Speaking of, tell us your thoughts on Conan while I put on my Rick Sanchez outfit.
Obviously, I love Conan. The second one, I don't claim Conan the Destroyer because that went like super campy, and they got rid of like Subutai, Thief, and Acha, his like best friend. And you want to talk about a strong female character, Valeria, who is his girlfriend in the first one. Oh my God, were we ahead of our times?
Yeah, I liked her. I was a fan.
Right? Yes. Yeah. Well, and by the way, boobage, major boobage, strong, able to fight, loyal. You want to talk about a loyal girl? That's what's up. That's what you want from a female character that was still feminine, that was still tough, someone you would want by your side. Yeah. Again, the revisionist history that we didn't have this stuff and we didn't know how to do it. So yeah, I love Conan. Conan's like a 9 out of 10 to me. It's one of my favorite Arnold movies. So you better. Can't wait to hear what you say.
7 out of 10.
7. A 7.
I feel like I should give it a 6 out of 10, but I've been reading some of the Conan comics and I really enjoyed those, so I am definitely biased, and I feel I gave it.
If you told me, yeah, okay, so that's fair. If you told me you're judging this because this has been legendarily known that while it's a good Arnold movie with its Conan-ish, compared to accuracy to the actual Conan books, it varies some, but he's just so fucking good in the role that I don't care. I don't care. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's good in the role, but also, like, he's the terrible acting. And the fight choreography was also pretty atrocious as well. Music?
But for the time, it was John Wick. It was beautiful. Oh, the music, yes. And I'd say Bad Gamergate. The TV show of Time Cop was essentially just an episode of the week, like a time travel problem of the week that they would have to go. Trying to think of the guy's name that they did it. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't as horrible as like the Highlander TV show. But yeah, we talked about Fortress. R2, we talked about that a couple streams ago. No, he still hasn't seen it. And no, he has not seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Sure, he's seen clips.
Wait, clips
yeah, he's gonna clip Ferris Bueller's Day Off. All right, I'll get a Morty
I don't think
t-shirt.
I've seen all of it, but I've seen a bunch. Hold on, I gotta look a little more Rick. Hold on, let me get my fucking file out here 1 second. Hold on.
Morty. What would my Morty costume be? Just a t-shirt, right? Oh my god.
Oh, great Scott.
Gender affirming. I like those. What's that?
If you could, would you download a car? Would you download a girlfriend? If you could download a girlfriend, would you, Badger?
Oh my god. Are you doing it? Yes, I would, by the way, but no. That'll probably happen at some point.
She'd have like one of them woke ass influencer, AI influencers we were talking about yesterday.
Just showed Ferris Bueller's Day Off in my American history class. You showed it in.
Wait, isn't that whole movie about skipping school?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Learn about that.
Hold on. Yeah. You're gonna get banned. You're not allowed to.
By the way, I'm glad you brought this up, Nagranol, because I was waiting before I sprung it on Badger and told him, sorry, Badge, I already said you'd come on the GCA stream, so I guess you have to now. All right, we got him, Nagranol.
What is this? But yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm going on not this coming Wednesday, the Wednesday after.
Yeah, I guess I could do Wednesday. You know, it's very hard in my busy schedule.
I wanted to bring all these people onto this stream, and then I got too busy / lazy, and then now they made their own stream. I'm like, sweet, I can just be on their stream instead.
I'm not kidding. Like all the shit that we're telling you, and yes, Ferris Bueller's Day Off should be on there. If the world was ending, this would go in like the bunker list. Like this is literally these are all the movies you would want to preserve.
Then here's my question: what goes in your bug out bag? You can fit one VHS into your bug out bag. What movie are you taking?
Oh, I don't know. That's what I guess. Demolition Man.
I don't care about you. I want to hear his chats.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going with Demolition Man.
Where's your spider wiener at? They paid good money to see that thing.
It's down there somewhere.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh my god, I don't think he's ready for American History X.
I probably put that one at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, that's a serious one.
I've heard good things about it though from Ryan Rogerate.
Bite the Curb.
Oh well, actually, Anders has got a good one. I haven't seen many gangster movies. That's why I put Godfather on there. I haven't seen Scarface or Goodfellas. What all goes on?
Let's see if Anders agree with me. Don't you think he should watch Goodfellas and Casino? Goodfellas.
Driving a hard R.
That they sort of go together. Goodfellas and Casino. It's sort of the same people playing sort of the same role, but even though they're two completely different movies.
Oh, okay. So I thought about watching this before the second one came out, and I never got around to it just because I rewatched the first one.
She agrees. Casino and Goodfellas. All right. The David Lynch Dune. The David Lynch Dune.
I actually have a clip for that.
Yes.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, June 5th, right? We're getting there. Less than 2 months.
Oh, June. What an appropriate month. What else is that month?
Oh my god. Would you say that you think the Acolyte's going to be queer coded? No way. Did he do it again?
I do actually think it's so obviously going to be queer coded. Okay.
No,
what is going on here? Sorry, we're fighting.
Yeah, pull her up.
Arnold says our freedom has been terminated. I say, where's the predator, you simple-minded? He might be two-parted, but yeah. Is it on there? Yeah.
It's number 3 on the list. It's on there, but you guys picked Ghostbusters and Blade Runner to go ahead of it. So,
all right, fucking simp mode is engaged for this joke. Juneteenth Acolyte, get out of here, you! Get out of here. That's a good one. By the way, I was actually going to a bank once on on June 13th, and like the bank itself was closed, and as I was leaving, there was an older black lady coming. Like the vestibule for the ATM was open, but the bank itself was closed, and an older black lady was coming in, and she's like upset that the bank was closed, and I was like, oh, it's June 13th, and she's like, what? And I was like, it's
the fuck is Juneteenth?
She didn't know what it was, and she didn't give a shit. She wanted it to open. I was like, it's the day you guys were officially like, no, I'd say you guys, but it's the day of she did not give a shit. She didn't care. She was just upset that the bank was open. Yeah, Tekra was there watching. So this really did happen. I have witnesses.
I went to my parents for the eclipse because we had the full eclipse. I don't even think I mentioned this to you. So we had the full eclipse.
Full eclipse.
I thought it was pretty just like overhyped.
And you didn't get superpowers.
A big deal out of it. Nothing.
I didn't see it.
When it was like fully, it was pretty freaking sweet. I must say, I'm glad otherwise I would just be in here editing. I'd be like, is it about to rain or something? It was pretty cool. I will say.
I should have said that. It's for you.
You people.
That wig is very becoming on you. I gotta say, it does make you look a little bit brainier.
There we go.
There you go. Now you look like a surfer. Yeah.
Yeah.
What, bro?
I got a Donald Trump wig. That's also pretty wild. I will put that on later.
That'll be dangerous. Yeah, I got to get one of those too.
Well, I'm not sure if I'll put the MAGA hat on too. We'll see what it does to the numbers.
You think?
Yeah. Well, and
well,
it's
to
just
us
like,
all, by the way.
It's like all the Native Americans don't care about us having like Redskins football teams and stuff like that. When you actually ask the people that they're virtue signaling over, they don't care. It's just the crazy white people that care.
Yeah, whatever date it was, that's the date it was. Like, because the bank was actually closed.
So, okay, so Eclipse was super cool, but I needed to go to the bank afterwards, and I was like, a bunch of businesses around here were closing for the Eclipse. So I was like, banks closed for every single reason, including Juneteenth. So I didn't go to the bank because I assumed it was going to be closed for the Eclipse. Fucking banks, man.
All the bank is there with their glasses. Listen to this, man. Look, even though you haven't finished the movies, he's still dropping links. I love it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful
so
people.
Now that the Joker trailer is out, which I feel like we could talk
Boy,
about
that is polarizing, by the way.
I definitely owe Naganol 25. But here's my thought is I want to either once the GCA gets monetized, I want to be the first 5 gifties or trade that in for a stream intro.
Put those Madam Web glasses on, and you would actually look like an older Dr. Disrespect. This is Dr. Disrespect in probably another 15 years.
Travis Kelce, the football player who's dating Taylor Swift, when I was going through stories, when I was going through stories, I know if it were just black, I was going through. Oh wait, I actually have a mustache too.
Oh no.
But when I was going through stories, Travis Kelce was on there, and I thought it was Fear the Beardo. Because he's wearing the glasses and he's got the beard. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, no, not Fear the Beardo. All right, yeah, here. You keep Hayden happy. Magnum Norris or Anders pop up. You keep them happy, all right?
I always keep my friends happy.
You give them the full service treatment, okay?
I got it. I'm giving them the 3 seashells. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Mephisto, 100%. There's a lot of reasons why you can't go cashless, but that's the last thing you want is them turning off your money because you said something that the masses didn't want you to. That Spectre didn't approve. And yeah, we talked about it. Irwin has major Doc Brown vibes. That's what he himself has realized, that he embodies Doc Brown. Oh, and look, shockingly, we mentioned something. Here comes central bank digital currencies. And of course, that's what they want. What is the most effective way to implement a full-blown social credit system? Get rid of cash and make all currency digital and programmable, right? So they can fuck with the values anytime they want. This method easily trumps the effectiveness of any other, which requires a lot more management. And they'll probably use AI to manage it too. And yeah, a digital currency allows the government to have you by the financial throat. And we saw this firsthand, not so much even through digital currency, a very real world example of Canada, of those Canadas, of the Canadian, obviously in that trucker crisis when all of their accounts were shut down. Yeah. Yep. Remember that?
That's actually funny that you mentioned that.
Hey, shout out to the Drunken Sailor. Good to see you, man. I know him from the Geeks and Gamers and Cobra Cast streams. Shout out, Drunken Sailor.
Oh yeah, so Trudeau, who is really jealous of China's basic dictatorship, insists that China's meddling in his party's favor had little impact on the Canadian elections, where the candidates they meddled with
Oh. He's gonna hit his limit. Nerd Wars can see through the Nerd Wars can see through thine panties now, just as Sean Connery approved. Yes.
These are the infrared glasses.
Nerd Wars can see through the panties now. This is Sean Connery approved.
Sean Connery is the one that said it's okay to hit a woman as long as it's open hand.
Sometimes you need to give them a slap, because they go on and on and on. And sometimes you need to give them a slap.
It's the only known cure for hysterics. Okay.
What's funny is Barbara Wawas was trying to get him. She's like, "Yes, remember that?" And he's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Yeah, I still feel that way." He fucking said it. He doubled down. Shout out to Sean Connery. I'm sure you've never seen any of his Bond movies, but he is the best Bond. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't even have to guess anymore.
Conan, 7 out of 10.
Bye, Sonia.
The acting was pretty rough. The goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Yeah, like I said, fight choreography was pretty rough. I love the manliness. I exercised while I watched it, most of it, and that was.
Sorry. I mean, oh Jesus! I didn't even do it. Yeah, bye. Stop it! I'm fighting you. All right. Just open the. Okay, just the open hand though. Okay, yeah. Don't worry. I don't want to get. I don't want to get any chafing.
Some people are into little light slapping.
Yeah.
I mean, probably not the people he was open handing, but
just a little quick one.
Wham boom, straight to the moon. I really wanted to give Conan higher, but it was pretty rough. Some moments that were just a little too slow. They were trying to go for that epic fantasy. They didn't quite pull it off as good as like a Lord of the Rings did. But I did really enjoy it. I'm glad I watched it, and I'm glad I got into Conan.
Movie you've never seen. Do you know what the etymology of the rule of thumb is? You know where that comes from?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Women, would you prefer the open hand or the stick?
Yeah, it's you were able to beat your wife with a switch
baiting stick,
as long as it was no thicker than the thumb. And then of course Boondock Saints, where he's like, "Huh, rule of thumb? You can't do much damage with that. Should have been more like the rule of wrist." But another movie should probably be on there. At least that first one, Boondock Saints. See if there's any love for that. There was a firefight.
I literally tried to use there as a firefight in a video the other day.
As a gay cop, by the way. So there's your fucking inclusion. William Dafoe is a very gay police officer in that movie.
He uses a gay slur too against the gay guy he's in bed with.
This is I can't.
Do you remember?
This. I'm sorry. Say that again. I was humbled by Lord Bolsa.
He's in bed with a little like Twinkie like Asian guy or something like that, and he calls him a gamer word, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, that's their word.
But yeah, that was a firefight. I quote that at least once every 2 months. I never saw the second one though. I will say that, but it's kind of I didn't want to ruin how good the first one was. Situation.
I have seen the second one, but I do not fucking remember it as much as the first one. I remember it not being as good. Yeah. Remember it not being as good.
The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, as a real movie fan, unlike all of you guys, I will be seeing that early tonight as a real movie fan. You can tell I'm a real movie fan because I got to put my fake mustache back on. Okay. I have seen. Wait, what? Yeah. They accused me of not seeing. I have seen. I haven't seen 2.
Yes. Okay. You've seen the first one. Yeah.
At least a couple times.
Yeah. Good.
I saw that around the same time I saw 7. What's in the box? I've seen things. See?
7 is good.
So I am pretty excited about seeing this. We might need to get those flags out of here.
I can't wait for this. So April 19th. Good. Because for a second I thought I was going to miss it.
It's coming out this Friday for all the plebs. But
after The Gentleman, Guy Ritchie, I am all about him. He knows what's up. I can't wait to see that. Plus Henry. I'm a Henry simp. We all know that. So it's got all the things.
When you look it up on IMDb, it's Henry, and then number 2 is Alan Ritchson.
And I really like Alan Ritchson. I'm trying so hard to not let him fall into the Mark Ruffalo or Hamill variety. Bro, that means he's looked no further into that trial and how nutters that lady is, painting rocks and her cat named Vagina. It just seems that he's just listening to what he's heard on CNBC and MSNBC and all the corrupted narratives. That if he really dug deep. Yeah.
And remember when Joe Biden assaulted a staffer back in the day and the media was like, nah, it's cool. But we still have to hear about Trump grabbing him while Joe Biden actually grabbed him.
Yeah, dude, the Cobra Cast where Jeremy has played all of the footage of this bitch and her saying she thinks graping is sexy, or that some people think it is, on her Anderson Cooper, and even Anderson's like, "What the fuck are you saying?" This is TDS in prime example.
And she's like, "I'm buying a house, and I'm buying this, and I'm buying that."
It's just saying that, we'll go and we'll buy things together.
Yeah. So then he does the classic like woke Christian nonsense where he's all like, we have to love one another. That's why I support trans kids kind of bullshit.
Yeah, and that's what we talk about too. It's not all an evil agenda. It's a lot of people think they're doing the right thing. They don't. They're lied to. Oh, they can just stop it whenever they want.
And this guy should know better. He's Mr. Masculine. He's a Christian. He should be one of us. He should know better. So they've become the most vitriolic tribe Bro, y'all used to like run the government and stuff. Y'all used to be in control of like so much. And y'all, I mean, I love me some Christians, but Christianity has had some rough patches, some dark spots for sure. These days, they are like limp wristed. I want to see the Christians get their Jesus whips and start whipping the money changers in the temples. That's the sort of Christians I want to see today.
Turn it over. Get out of my father's house. I want Jesus played by Arnold. Get out. Fuck your capitalism. That would be fun.
Yeah, and like my parents are Catholic and whatnot, and during lockdowns, they're all like, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and destroy your First Amendment right to practice religion, and you can't go to church anymore. And my parents are like, oh, it's cool. We can just watch it on the internet. And I'm like, oh my God, what happened? You Christians used to like get put in the Colosseums over your faith and
Oh no, he's
I
say Hayden, he's firmly in the TDS because he's talked about it before. But I think a lot of his TDS, there's a bunch of different versions of TDS. Like he's the version where like he's just believing all the news he's heard. He believes that there were Russian hookers appearing. He believes all the Steele dossiers that have been disproven. He believes all that dumb shit. He probably doesn't know that it was Hillary Clinton and their campaign that funded all of that Trump collusion nonsense with Obama's full knowledge. And of course, this all came out as proven. He didn't pay attention to that. He's a dumb actor. And Bly, when you said he wants to keep working, it's like, I don't even know if that's the case because we're seeing more and more that the pendulum is swinging and he should just shut his mouth if that was the case. This is because he actually believes the shit. And probably as a Christian, he really does think all these things are true. And it feels like, but bro, a lot of the Christians supporting Trump know these are fucking lies.
Well, that seems to be the thing. And yet the entire Christian church seems to be treating him like he's their poster child and it's unreal. So he's mad that everybody is like at his church supports Trump. I think that's what his problem is.
Yeah,
and
well,
like,
that's cognitive dissonance. And Anders, that's what I'm hoping to avoid is like, let's keep Reacher and his performance in that and the writing separate from this. Him as the person, he needs to wake up. And the fact maybe he should ask, maybe he should go to that fucking church.
I supported him for Batman.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe he should go to that fucking church and ask his fellow Christians, why do you? And maybe he could get some knowledge from them. Probably a bunch of base Christians that could tell him, you're not watching CNN, are you?
Record low black employment. That's why we like Trump. Imagine if someone at his church told him that.
Alan Richson. Yeah, sorry. I don't even remember his name because I kept correcting it in my head that it's not Richson. Sin.
Even when I get it right, I'm questioning whether or not I got it right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so first the news was he came out and he was abused because he used to be in modeling and all the gays assaulted him in modeling and made him depressed and turned him bipolar. So now he's all over the place. So of course then the TDS woke mind virus gets in him. So now he's all like, I don't know why Christians support the conservative over the baby murderer. It's so crazy.
Well, and this is why though, because everything's been infused with it.
Yes, and while we want to, crap on him and whatnot, it is important to remember there, for the grace of God, go I. All of us could be in the same position as him. All of us at probably some point were part of the Matrix and whatnot. But it's just like you see him and it's just like, this is one of the guys that just needs to have that come to God moment and snap out of it and be like, oh, wow, I was an idiot.
Yeah.
But
and behind the scenes, he seems really cool. Like he has a really good personality, and he seems like all he needs is someone to sit down and they're like, bro, stop it. What are the things? And then just knock them out one by one. No, that didn't happen. This. No, that didn't happen. And then at the end of the day, it's like, so what are we talking about? You don't like that he says mean tweets? You don't like the leaked footage of him talking about they let you grab them by the pussy because he's like, that's what we're talking about. That's really what it is.
If you're a billionaire, I assume they just throw themselves at you.
That is ultimately what it comes down to. You just don't like him. And my response to that is, and I think Jeremy has sort of said this, is like, can you fucking grow up? There are so much more problems with the fact that he doesn't act as presidential as you like. Yes, I agree. It's not ideal. But when you get someone who does act that way.
Why did he fire Fauci?
Right.
They're all like, he's too crazy conservative. My problem with Trump is he wasn't conservative enough.
Well, his answer would be he trusted a lot of people when he first came in that he shouldn't have. And now he knows who's who. I don't know whether that's true or not. That would be the line.
I've heard that quote years and years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah. But
with Richmond, he needs to shut up.
That's how I know I don't have TDS. Like, I do a pretty good job, I think, of calling balls and strikes with Trump.
Oh, no,
I know
100%.
I don't have TDS because I'm not saying crazy stuff like this. Because this is just like low information, just read headlines kind of.
Confirmed.
Kind of a take.
Tech Rat is a sex worker. OnlyFans incoming. Draw me like one of your rat girls.
Yeah, so first it's like, oh, the gay guys in modeling molested me, and then it was, oh, Trump and Christians are evil, and then
molested me.
All in the same like Hollywood Reporter interview, which, like, why is he doing this? I assume this was for promoting ungentlemanly warfare, and he's just like, what? Just shut up and act. Cops get away with murder all the time, and it actually even gets worse. He wore this. Arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor.
Of course. Yes, even though dude had a gun in his hand when he opened the door.
Cops get away with murder all the time, and the fact that we can't really hold them accountable for their improprieties is disturbing to me. Holding people accountable for their improprieties? Joe Biden? Hunter Biden? We gonna go and put Hunter Biden in jail yet then?
You know what's crazy about Biden is he's been around for so long that first of all, there's Rogan stories that they used to, back in the 80s, they used to do other comedians' bits at clubs and call it Biden night. They would plagiarize other people's bits knowingly because, of course, Biden got caught plagiarizing.
He ran for president and had to stop because of plagiarism.
There's Robin Williams bits on Biden. So it's like he's been around for a long time. A lot of fodder.
Oh, wow. This is such a good segue.
Yeah. 22% trust U.S. government to do right thing most of the time. So and they all vote. All 22% of those vote.
So this is what kind of bugs me. So 45% trust them to do the right thing only some of the time. 32% rarely or never. Guys, we can do better. We need to get it to 50%. We need half of the people to think that the government isn't going to do the right thing some of the time or never. Or rarely or never. I'm really happy to see this. I am. We can do better, guys. It's like the toxicity rating that was going around. The Call of Duty's only a 92, guys. We can get that up to 100.
Those are rookie numbers. We can get that up. Biden's got a Lord Palpatine, a Lord Sidious Palpatine thing. He might be drawing Force energy from the dark side. I don't know.
Which that's funny. Man, these are segueing pretty well. So, in wokeness, they found that the Social Security Administration was posting all the voter registrations through their administration, which is what you do if you don't have a photo ID. And it was like crazy numbers. So we're like, how are all these people registering to vote without an ID? That's suspicious. And they've been doing this since 2011. And now that In Wokeness pointed it out and went a bit viral, they removed it from their website.
It would be a shame if Jesus Schwarzenegger became a reoccurring character that people kept super chatting you for me to say things in that voice. That would be really horrible if that happened. Jesus loves you. All right. Yeah, no, we can get all those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. God, he's turned into a rhino. He was at one point a Ronald Reagan Republican, Arnold, but now he's gone full fucking, yeah. It's very disturbing.
His daddy or grandpa or whatever, freaking Yahtzees.
And most of his money was
and stuff.
You'd think it's movies. It's actually real estate in Arizona.
Oh, he's like one of those movie stars that actually did something with their money instead of blow it all on a mansion.
Screw your freedom. Yeah. I'll never forgive him for that one. That one really did piss me off.
Dude, this is working well. Speaking of things you'll never forgive. Adios. Latinx has been retired by another manufactured woke term that's even stupider. It's actually not stupider. Do you know what it is? I knew what it was.
It was
actually
never
a bit of an older.
No one used it. The lad community disavowed immediately.
What's the new one?
Oh, I don't know. What is it?
So there's Latino, Latinx, and thanks to Axios, Latine.
No.
With an E.
A Latine. No. No.
And love them or hate them, community notes. Hispanics and Latin Americans have overwhelmingly rejected terms like Latinx.
AOC is a fucking horse. I don't give a shit if she classifies as an ethnic one. She's a horse, so it doesn't matter if she calls herself Latine or Latinx or whatever. That's all right.
She also says she's a Sephardic Jew. So yeah, 90% find it offensive.
Yeah, the only Latinx I recognize is the great dead Pulio. Hallowed be thy name.
So
latrine, yeah.
So Latine is surging in popularity over terms like Latinx on university campuses, in museums, and among researchers and media. So amongst the stupidest, worst amongst us, Latine is surging in popularity, guys.
Stupid is as stupid does, Miss No Good. Oh yeah, you haven't seen that one. God damn it. I don't know.
Wait, what is that? Oops, wrong.
I was doing the Forrest Gump.
Oh, I'm working.
Stupid
on
is as stupid does.
Yes, drill sergeant. Did I say
God
that
damn
one
it,
right?
Gump! Why did you assemble that weapon so quickly? Because you told me to, drill sergeant. God damn it, Gump! You must have an IQ of 150. You are going to be a general someday. Now, disassemble your weapon and start over. God, I could probably quote that whole movie. Don't worry. If we ever get locked in a Fallout bunker together, I will be able to perform like at the beginning of the
You'll be
Dragon
able to use
movie.
all your voices. Finally.
Yeah, I'll be able to do. Finally, I'll be able to. It is funny.
That way you don't have to sell your bow.
I know you haven't seen it, but like Postman, another. Shockingly, Kevin Costner made a couple post-apocalyptic movies, but like that's what his character does. He goes around and does like Shakespeare and a bunch of shit that no one remembers, but he remembers.
Oh, well, that's a good time. You want to go ahead and, because I'm moving on to DEI stuff next. You want to go and do your Civil War article?
Yeah, this is just a quick one. This is just it's making people uncomfortable, but I think for all the wrong reasons and all the different reasons. So the left is pissed off that this isn't going hard enough against the right. Even though Nick Offerman, as confirmed by Shad on Friday Night Times, Nick Offerman is essentially a Trump character who, I mean, does anyone care if I spoil the ending of this? Is anyone going to see Civil War?
Anyone who even saw the trailer immediately saw it and was like, this is Trump.
By the way, that was the other point, is I saw the scene. You see the president in the trailer being dragged out of the Oval Office. And I'm like, boy, I wonder what that's supposed to be. And yes, it's a Trump analogy and they execute him. So the people on the right are going to just be upset that it's yet another thing. But it seems like most people are just upset that they're not really naming names. Every time you see someone fighting, even Jesse Plemons, and that article was basically a Cope article saying that, well, he sounds racist. But yeah, that's the other thing, is apparently they did that. Apparently they did that so that it would not be believable that it is real.
That's a good job, Artuli, too. Because as I said, if any of you guys forget to tell me to do stuff, it's your fault, not mine. Or Badger's. It's definitely Badger's fault.
Yeah, it's
too.
Definitely my fault. We in line. You're a son of a bitch.
All he did was spoil the very, very, very ending, guys.
The very best part. It's all right. I'm going to hell for other reasons, too.
Yeah, but it kind of reminds me of, so like what I was talking about, my issue with Trump is that he's not far right enough. And then a lot of people, I didn't expect this, a lot of Biden's support is dwindling because Biden isn't far left enough. He didn't do enough for Palestine. He didn't do enough for the environment. And it's just like,
yeah, Jesse Plemons, Meth Damon is indeed in it, plays like a racist character that apparently kills an Asian guy, but they never say what side. It's like, but you know what side you want everyone to think he's on. Just like we know what side the soldiers with the colored hair and the colored the finger nail polish and all that, they don't identify what side they're on and that they're just shooting at someone because they're shooting back at them. But it's like, you know what imagery you're bringing up. It's like, stop it. You know what you're doing with them little ass shorts.
I can't believe you got on me for saying pretty. Okay, so Gavin Newsom, I've been reading Transmetropolitan. It was the first comic
that wasn't
really
an
liked.
Anner's joke. That was a Friday joke. You son of a bitch.
Oh, well, you're talking about the short
That's what he says about the girl across. You know what she's doing with them little ass shorts. Now, I also suggest that Anders also does know what she's doing with them little ass shorts, but that is not the joke I was making.
Girls definitely know what they're doing. Okay, so this isn't a perfect example, but they have the Smiler. He's the crazy guy who ends up coming in and winning the presidency, and he's absolutely psychotic. Puts on like a really good face though.
By the way, yes, Meth Damon is married to Kirsten Dunst. Kirsten Dunst, how the fuck you say her name?
Well done.
Yeah, right. How'd he pull that one? What is that comic again? Let me see.
So it's Transmetropolitan.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me about that.
I can't recommend it because it's too long for me to tell people to buy. But it's really good. It's basically Hunter S. Thompson, but like in a futuristic dystopia. Warren Ellis, he kind of gets some crap sometimes because he's a little darker. He's the guy who likes to make superheroes a little less super, kind of like a Mark Millar style. So I like it. It works well for this. And yeah, every time I see the Smiler, I think of Gavin freaking Newsom.
And to that end, I don't normally like when people bring up like the lizard people and all that, but 100% confirmed, I do believe that Newsom is a lizard person. And I will not forget at the height of all the lockdowns when like, I think it ended up being like 70% of all like the restaurants closed in LA and shit like, and he was still at the French Laundry.
That's funny you say that. That is in this article. Yes.
Oh, it's almost like we're professionals.
Yeah, and just recently, so they raised the minimum wage, and his good friend that owns Panera we're gonna make a special exception for him because we need special exceptions, or else it's not crony capitalism.
I'm pretty sure you need an actual soul to smile with your eyes, and I think he's got a vacant demon puppet or lizard puppet, whatever that is.
Eyes literally are the windows to the soul.
No wonder they look glassed over and vacant.
So I've read a bunch of past life regression books where people who do hypnosis, just for like normal therapy, they can take you back to like your early childhood, so you can remember the stuff that's trapped in your subconscious or whatever. But if you keep going back, you can like basically.
Oh, you mean like the Thetans? The Thetans?
You can basically experience like past life weird stuff like that, and in that, when you're trying to figure out how the people are connected to you, you look in their eyes, and when you look in their eyes, I do it.
Apollo's like, we fucking talking about past life regression. We getting real now.
It's literally like, in that, and when they do the past life like regression hypnosis stuff, they literally just tell you to look at the person's eyes, and they're like, oh, that's so and so from this lifetime and whatnot, and our eyes shoot out like biophotons and crap. Take like
your
that.
Mushrooms, kids. We're going to meet the machine elves.
Our eyes are literally windows to the soul.
Yeah, well, like, there's a reason. The third eye. Remember that third eye that it's like all the setups for it without the actual eye in the middle. That's what they call that.
Yeah, the pineal gland.
Yeah.
Which is why we have like pine cones, like symbolism and stuff.
Yes, or if it's Assassin's Creed, that's an apple of Eden, you son of a bitch. But yeah,
the reason you can. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, the reason you can tell people are like looking at you is because we like literally shoot like bio lasers out of our eyes and crap. But yeah. So when you look at someone and you're like, those eyes, like Brian Stelter from CNN and people like that, you look at those eyes and you're like, they don't look like they have a soul. You're onto something.
This piece of shit went in Wikipedia and how to spell this because I know damn well. Hold on, I'll find out. Do you know how to pronounce this?
That's ayahuasca.
That's how I know for sure he wait. There's no way he knows how to spell ayahuasca.
Sorry, I forgot to put this on.
Son of a bitch. But yeah, shout out to those ancient Aztecs, all those guys that found out that if you take natural ingredients and that you would not if you ate on your own and then you mix it with other certain, you can get the psilocybin and the DMT, all that stuff out of it. Wow, accurate, right?
Yeah, first you just have to poop all over the place.
I've heard that you puke. There's other ways to do it. I think there's other ways to do it. Like,
yeah, you gotta get like other like bark or some crap.
Well, and like if you listen to like Ron White and others, he went there for like a ceremony. When you do it like with a group of 20 other people, it's like, oh, I don't think I want to do that.
A mass diarrhea event. All right. Well, okay. So we are getting close on time. So mostly DEI, wokeness, and all that stuff. It takes a while to turn ships around.
It's a science. It's a science schmuck. Yeah.
It's
only
Ryan dress.
Only Ryan Roger Athay wears a bathrobe. Yeah, but you're doing the Ryan dance. But yes, it's his. He's Rick.
Hey, there's a lady or two in chat. See. Oh, wait. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Lady's here.
What was that? Was that to my dance, Lady Aaron D?
No, maybe. Superfragicalistic expialidocious.
That's not a real word, 9. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. Okay. The racist
This is rhombodron crystals in our pineal gland. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like it's weird little crystals where when they get like there's pressure on them, like light shoots out of them. There's some weird term where there's certain things if you like hit with a hammer, like light comes out. Yeah, things are weird. We live in a really, really, really weird universe.
Oh yeah, okay. Brian Cannell. Brian Cannell on BK Outpost, he's really cool. He's not at all related to Ryan Kinnell from RK Outpost. Those two completely. I do think it's funny that Jay said that slip up for like a second, and holy shit, it did not take chat long to light him up for saying Brian for like 3 seconds. Rhombohedron. Okay, Rhombohedron.
probably happy that
Canonically.
people are calling him gay less. But I will say, as someone who has been called gay by Ryan on stream a couple of times, I must say I'm really happy that everyone is telling him he's gay.
I've seen Mary Poppins. Super Frederick, kiss me, the whole fucking shit like that. I've seen Mary Poppins. I haven't seen the Emily Blunt sequel one. Have you?
It's
Erwin,
a musical.
have you seen Mary Poppins?
There's a musical.
Yeah, it's a musical. It is.
I've seen the Simpsons episode with the Mary Poppins in it.
And I almost want to say that counts. I think that should be enough, at least for this one. We've got other more important movies. See, yeah, it's not something I'm remembering fondly.
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
It really isn't something I'm remembering fondly.
I am, Anners or Magnum. Anyone just tell me, please give me movies.
Sherry Bobbins. Yes, I think Sherry Bobbins is a far more appropriate. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Yeah, that's a good one. Shout out.
That's the corn pop version. All right, so speaking of, so DEI, we are both beating it, and it's still crazy and continuing to ramp up. Biden campaign team looks to hire $120,000 DEI director. This is DEI and wokeness I can get behind. I fully support the Biden campaign being as woke and DEI as possible. Thoughts, Badge?
Rampancy. I am now. Unfortunately, but we need more examples of just go full batshit insane, so everyday normal people can be like, "See, this is why people vote for Trump. This is why."
Yeah, that's what I'm torn between still. Like, things need to get worse, but if things get worse, it's going to be tough for me too. So I am still torn. So a lot of states have been going after DEI and all this ESG crap. And that's a lot of the way we're going to probably beat this. I certainly don't trust the government to beat this for us, but they are currently doing a pretty decent job. West Virginia bans 4 more financial institutions over ESG policies. Some of you guys have probably heard about this. This is the big boys, the city banks. Yeah, here we go. BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan Chase, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo's. All the biggest boys, all the money behind everything bad that happens to us. It's only $18 billion that's getting withheld from them now, but it's something. And as people wake up to this more and more, the government is going to start taking more away. Because that's the problem is the government takes like their pension plans and invests them with this crap. So that's what they're trying to take that money back. In the whole scheme of how much money they actually control, it's not a lot, but a lot of these companies and institutions, you start just taking a little bit away from them, it starts causing a big problem. A lot of this is like House of Cards.
I like what Donkey Honky did here. It's a bridge they're willing to die on. It's very clever. Very clever. I like you, Sully. I'm going to kill you last.
Seen a lot of in colleges. In like Florida, they're getting rid of it. I think like
John
Texas or something.
Me. Look, sub to badger her.
U.S. Senate picks up House proposal to cut funding to all medical schools that push DEI. Yeah, I support that. Yes, doctors and pilots. Those are the two I think I at least want to have DEI.
That fucking conspiracy theory that's not a conspiracy theory, that they're well aware of what DEI will do to that, of the bigger one, and that was that whole Boeing guy that unalived himself, as he was saying, like, there's not inspections. The mechanics are inspecting, the kids are checking their own homework. What are we doing? The kids are checking their own homework, and then the teachers are unqualified, and that's how you get planes going boop. That's how you sink consumer confidence in flying. That's how you get less people traveling, and that's how only the rich travel. It's exactly what they want. It's exactly what Spectre wants.
There was some crazy co-pilot woman who got on she was either on the intercom.
That's my finishing move.
Or maybe she just stood up in the aisle, and she was all like going on about how, I'm a woman, so thankfully the actual pilot's gonna be flying and it's not me, and like all this, trying to like make jokes about people not wanting women pilots, and like 20 passengers got up and got off of the plane.
Yeah.
You want to make people not trust flying? Have crazy woke woman make a big scene before she's about to fly the plane.
And also, much like 10 years ago when I saw a black actor or actress, I didn't think, DEI. I thought they must be the correct character. They must have gone through the auditions. When Michael Clark Duncan was Kingpin, I didn't think, fuck it, I just got it because he's black. I was like, wow, Kingpin's white and they got him. He must really have been and he was at the time the best person for the role. So you're taking away people's actual accomplishments. So now if there really was a female pilot or a black female pilot or whatever, instead of, man, wow, you trudged against the statistics, you did it, you did your job. Now we go, oh shit, it's affirmative action basically.
Well, he was in like the Green Mile and stuff. So it's like you take a really great actor and race swap, where it's like, that's not the same as LaTondra is the one piloting the plane now.
Well, my point now is, though, even if I saw any, I would immediately think they only did that for the virtue. Like the actress for the prequel to The Quiet Place or whatever. I've seen her in other things, and she's a good actress, but it's like I saw that and it was like, oh, they just did that because they're capitalizing on DEI and diversity. And oh, look, a single black female with agency, like all the shit that they say, regardless of whether the actress is good or not. LaTondra, yeah, you're canceled. I'm sorry. Cruise pilot. You know what though?
It's not.
We should probably add that. Did you see Green Mile?
I was going to add it.
Yeah.
I literally was thinking about asking, and I'm like, why do I even ask?
Why do you even ask? It's a really goddamn good movie with all the actors in there are good. And hey, the guy that you like to play plays his most viral, I would say vile, Sam Rockwell.
Dr. Wisher's.
Oh my God, it's John Morrow, bro. I feel like I should yell at you on behalf of Beardo, but I believe you. I believe that you crush puss with the frequency that you say you do, and I think Beardo is just jealous of you, John Morrow. So I welcome. The Badger Legion supports you. There you go. There you go. The Badger Legion supports John Morrow. You let Beardo know I said that. Maybe we'll show up on high tea and get yelled at. Hey, I got an idea. Hey, Erwin, you want to call Ryan and say he's gay? Do it live. Someone super chat Erwin to call Ryan.
I do technically have his phone number.
I know you do. That's why I'm making that
$500.
Bro, don't say that because
$1,000,
yeah,
right?
Because you know
can't
what?
Do more than 500.
Oh, I was gonna say because Hayden is a sick fuck, or if Alex Darby or Alec Baldwin, they might do that just to troll you, and then you would have to do it. And I don't. Would you get fired?
It needs to be at least one. Well, I feel like it'd be a little different if I did it too compared to Beardo.
Well, yeah, and I was watching. Ryan did talk about it. I forgot what stream he was on. Where he was like, he fucked with Beardo afterwards. He just let him hang and all that. But yeah.
Badger's under the influence that Ryan's like secretly this great guy. And he's the same person that you see.
Yeah, no, I'm exactly correct because I think Ryan is the guy that gets drunk and sings fucking Disney songs at meetups, and that's exactly what happens. And he secretly is happy a lot of the time. That's exactly what I think, and that's been proven pretty concisely every single fan meetup.
$5,000. I changed it.
Yeah, no, seriously, you can't call Ryan. He's not on that level yet. he will get in trouble. Jeremy will yell at him.
I will DM him that he's gay for $1,000.
Jokes about being fired will not be jokes anymore.
Yeah, I currently like having a job, so
yeah, no, and Ryan, I'm telling you, I think it's 2 Friday Night Tights in Vegas ago where Ryan was really drunk on it, and he was just getting nicer and nicer at night, the complete reverse of most people. You know what? Sorry, it's not bad. It wasn't bad. I mean, it sounds wonky because of the audio quality, but when you actually listen to it, and then Krista sings a pretty good harmony.
He's saying it like this the whole time. Though.
Yeah, I know. He did the don't pause it at the right time there. No, and Ryan, I do think like, yeah, he definitely capitalized a little extra. I'm not saying he's not miserable a lot of the time, but he's not quite that miserable. I will say I did.
You stupid fuck!
His shit about not wasting time, I am starting to get that one. It's like, that's what you fucking to say something stupid like
that's but you waste his time and he wants you to die.
Yeah, I don't want you to die.
Much.
Yeah, and fast food workers, he definitely wants them to.
Yeah, karma though. Karma happens.
That's so funny. Yeah, all my former bosses, it was in an industry where yelling at each other in obscenities was quite accepted. In the culinary industry.
Me and Badger come from the restaurant and food industry. Yeah, sailors.
I had
sailors.
I had a legendary fight with my last chef in the walk-in that you could go on both, and we yelled at each other so loud, and and then we started laughing. Like the fight ended with us laughing. He's like, "I thought you were gonna hit me." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, you walked up on me. I thought you were gonna hit me." And then we opened the door laughing, and the whole fucking like 20 people were staring at the thing like. Yeah, no, Hell's Kitchen and Chef Ramsay, that's pussy stuff. That ain't nothing, dude.
That's
Real
staged
kitchens
anger.
is like Call of Duty, like, gamer words, threats of I do sort of miss that, but there was a reason I was drinking. Oh, boy.
So the last place I worked, we had a guy who was like 500 pounds there, and he had like moved something, and then the manager got there, and he's like, "Oh, this is shit. I'm moving it back." And the 500-pound guy got really mad, and then he did what we call the Snorlax smash, and he basically did like a belly boop and knocked my manager over and jumped on him and assaulted him. And my manager said that it was all in slow motion, and it was really weird because he was on the ground with like a 500-pound guy on top of him. All he could think about was how soft and squishy the guy was.
So bad. Yeah. I miss a lot of it, but I wouldn't trade this for the world, because let's not forget 12+ hour days regularly.
Wait,
what have you done for me lately? The artificial stress.
Yeah, and then there's always like a third of the people who actually kick ass, and the other 2/3 do shit, and then the 1/3, it's always, you need to step it up, and it's just like, these people are useless, and it's like, oh, well, they're always useless. You're good. You have to be even gooder, and it's just like, we're carrying this place on our back. Let's just get these idiots to do something. No, and
a 600, a hotel pan 600, a full. That's like a big ass, like 6-finger, 4. They go by finger length on the side of it. Anyway, that would be a huge pan to get smashed in the face by someone with. That's funny. Yeah, I miss some of it, but I do not miss all that extra bullshit. And yeah, the drinking a bottle of whiskey a day probably is not great for anyone.
Being able to talk about anything and say just about anything is pretty great.
Oh, that was fun. Yeah, being rock stars in the kitchen, being uncancelable, like in the behind shit was cool.
It was place I worked. They're so desperate for people. I knew they couldn't fire me, so I could retaliate against customers all I wanted. I could get away with.
Yeah,
may have done a couple things I regretted.
Yeah, well, the problem is the places that have a high turnover rate that know they can bleed and just get new people in. Whatever.
Oh, and then it was around the city, so we got so much city trash. Thank all of you in chat. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. I drive by my old work, and I'm just like, I can't believe I put up with that crap. I worked for years to make this happen. And thanks to the government, I'm still in a giant hole. And the only reason I'm able to climb out and keep my head above water is all you wonderful people. So please,
much food and money was taken. I'll tell you that much. And all the things. For all the different reasons.
Free food is nice, but it's. I know you've lost some weight. I assume working there was one of the reasons.
I think at the time, because at the end I stopped eating altogether. But yeah, I was like 205 because you're snacking throughout the day and you have to taste things. And thankfully I got a bunch of extra benefits because I was at a pretty famous convention center, and we got a lot of conventions and celebrity people and like bands and comedians coming, and so it's like I got extra shit. That's why I stayed there so long through all the years of alcohol abuse. It's like, because look at all these extra benefits, but then it just became you can only burn the candle 14 hours a day with all that extra stress and drinking to forget about it before it's like, nah, going to free Comic Cons isn't fun anymore. Meeting celebrities isn't fun anymore. I'm dying. Now this is fun. This is
working around useless idiots, incompetent. Alex Darby, finally. That's the thing I hated most. And then I got a job with G&G, and I work with very competent, intelligent people now.
Alex, we haven't seen you in a while. Hell, brother, what's going on?
Alex Darby, I've been waiting for you.
He's been waiting. He got it.
I finally got it. All right, we're at 75. This is gonna be down to like 50. Look at this. Look at them carves. The sculpt on it is so freaking good. So I really wish I should have bought 2 of these so I could have one facing this way and then the other facing this way. But sadly, this gets like hidden most of the time. When I was putting it up, I was like, no, dang it. I got to put it this way. But still, it's so good. Turns out guys like hot women.
Women like hot women, as Anders is saying, juicy.
Yeah, I know. Like real gamer girls, when they see Stellar Blade, they're like,
Look, Melanie,
finally an
she's
attractive
gorgeous.
woman again.
See, Darwin and the Beeve, our female count's very high. We have Anners and Melanie, and we had Sonia earlier. Come on.
And I love like, it's so tight, and you can see like the various wrinkles around it and whatnot at the knees. Yeah, this was so for those who weren't there for my Madam Web stream my birthday, and I really wanted this, but it's way too freaking expensive to justify, so I may have crowdfunded it.
Oh, look,
and
Lady Aaron.
Thanks.
Look it. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. I know we've got the best ladies in chat.
Clinton got
Clinton
turned
get
green.
up in here.
He got turned green,
Hell
and in
yeah.
turn, he has turned 5 people green. This is how the infection of the non-woke virus starts. The based infection.
And the government wants me not be able to buy these anymore, but thanks to you guys.
She definitely works out. She does cardio.
Oh, she's so good. Honestly, I mean, I've seen some pretty good Catwomans. The Catwoman in Hush is pretty great, but this might be my favorite. It's
like
favorite.
gravity.
The base is really good too, and I have to make sure I pick it up from the base because the base weighs like 3 times the amount. So yes, Alex Darby, Badger, I think Joker's Disciple, some other people got in there to buy that for me.
I'm happy. Thank you, McFarlane, for finally sending out your shit.
I can't afford this again for a while.
I like the way you did that.
My last
You did
big
it like
purchase,
a QVC model. I like that.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it. And then Badger was there when I was being all like autistic and neurotic, trying to figure out where I wanted it. Because originally I wanted it here, but then she was a little too thin, and then I'm like, but I got to get the DC and the Marvel bounce. Yeah,
it's a perfect balance. No, he'll be getting more bookshelves. We all need more bookshelves, unfortunately.
Well, actually, honestly, now that I have to use this webcam, I do have room for another like block. But seriously, thank you all. I don't want to go back to the restaurant business, and you guys are the ones keeping me from having to do that or sell my precious comic books or my OnlyFans.
No,
so
I sit here and I just watch him fondle his figures. That's what I do.
Honestly, because I've been waiting for that thing for like almost 2 months. What I just did was much more mild than I thought I was going to do when I showed off my Catwoman. So she got off very easy. I definitely treated her better than the modeling agents treated Alan Richardson. Rich with
a T.
I said it right on one of those.
Alex, yeah, it turns out a lot of us have been abused before.
So
that's why we all get along and are unfappable and say horrible things to each other.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, and that's the thing. You find out someone's like in the restaurant business, and it's like instant like camaraderie. It's like with nerds, where you find someone likes this, like Star Wars too, and you're like, all right, we're instant friends. It's like, you've seen some things too.
Yeah.
So speaking of other things, I'd like to fondle video game time. Melanie Mack calls for Tomb Raider is what I want to fondle. Melanie Mack
which
calls
version?
Melanie Mack wearing a Tomb Raider.
Yeah, that's what I
Who
thought.
said that?
Yeah.
Melanie Mack calls for Embracer Group allegedly to shut down Crystal Dynamics after a developer ditches Lara Croft's Tomb Raider profession. I feel like this might not work, but I like the thought behind it. I touched her right here. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure this should say Simthamac, but yeah.
Oh yes, Tech is also a fellow Melanie.
I'm gonna say that you guys you share in your Mac simping.
I don't know.
I'm all right with that.
Alyssa Mercante tells me she's just faking it.
I believe that's pronounced Mercanti. Thank you very much.
No.
Let's not get her name wrong.
It's less hot now when she says gamer words.
I don't like when you leave the R off.
So do you? I call you Badge. I find myself calling you Badge all the time. It's my pet name for you.
It's your pet name, I know. That's his pet name. You can't do that. It's gay.
No, Tech Rat, his pet name for you is doxing you.
Emotional damage. He's gonna go cry in the corner. He's gonna go cry in the car.
So do you know about this story?
Never seen it. Which one is? There's 2 of them. Yes, because
Laura liking Grandma's Boy.
It's
okay. That's funny. I was actually I wanted to do a we make suggestions to people segment, but I got 15 to 20 tabs. I saw Grandma's Boy last night. If you haven't seen Grandma's Boy, the best stoner comedy I'd say better than Half Baked. I said it.
Badger. He sounds like Omega from the Bad Batch. Badger.
Oh my god. So, do you know much about this story? What's up with the Tomb Raider situation? Did you cover this?
Yeah, this is basically, I think, the thing that made Grums call for the AAA moratorium of 2 years, and it's what has Melanie Matt calling for them to just be like, no, just stop, just be done. What are you doing?
Get some help. Yeah. So, the Tomb Raiders are going to be stopping the Tomb Raiders from tomb raiding.
No, yeah, I don't know what they're doing. They're seeking truth. They're truth seekers. No more colonial. It's all like that same goddamn apology tour.
It operates on the assumption of finders keepers. This is just all the people who complain about.
That's how that works, by the way.
The British Museum has like too many ancient artifacts in it. Well,
it belongs in a museum.
Honestly, when you see it at first, you're like, maybe it's not as bad as they say. And this is tabletop too, I believe, right? Yeah, TTRPG.
Yeah, well, that's how they started. Like Black Aragorn and the tabletop of Lord of the Rings. Like they start in something small.
And then you see that thing on the right. Can I make it bigger? Do I want to make it bigger? Yeah, I apologize. Let's see. Do I have that? No, that's
sustainability was used.
Yeah, that thing on the right. One half of the hair is pink, the other half is shaved.
It's April O'Neil.
I assume it's just a fat chick. Oh my god, it is April O'Neil.
Body positive.
Oh my god.
And then there's an angry lesbian next to her with her face painted that she's eye fucking. The black girl's eye fucking the one next to her. Look at her. She's eyeing her up. It's horrible.
No, I think she's mad because the first girl on the left is probably a colonizer.
She had the sugar foot.
How dare you? All right. It's really tragic she had to have her foot cut off.
Yeah, there's not enough DEI in these tombs. I think look, a non-binary flag.
Is there enough DEI in space though? Oh wait, sorry, I zoomed in, I forgot. Star Wars Outlaw lead writer, the Maven of Filth. Social media is protected, website is password protected. And this is because we're a bunch of evil people? No, just because we didn't like the trailer for Star Wars Outlaw.
Oh, I did a racism. I think I did a racism. Look, everyone's laughing because I said
Oh, what? Because you downvoted this trailer?
By the way, the amount of coping that's saying that she's not ugly, it's like, yes, she fucking is. Compared to the actual actress, yes, she fucking is.
Yes.
What are we talking about?
In the actual video, she's not as ugly as the stills. Right. But the stills are so ugly because she has those mannish features, which don't come out quite as much in the video, but are certainly there.
Warwick Davis, Leprechaun. She's got the butt chin right now, 100%. 100% broken. You are 100% correct.
I've seen a lot of good ones. What it gets me is, so I was an indie kid back in like high school. So we were cool and we had our cool little niche thing. And then the hipsters were like, oh, that's cool. We're going to do that and ruin it all. So I already kind of have a bit of a hatred of the hipsters. This haircut and then like the jacket and whatnot just gives me straight up like hipster or like scenester vibes. I think my sister had a haircut like this at one point when she was listening to like scene music where you start wanting to like dance like this and stuff.
I would be offended too, and we've seen this again in other things. Anya Chhalatra and that Forspoken, I think, look way uglier than, obviously she is. I don't know why they do it. I mean, I know why they do it, but it's like they keep doing it. And yeah, how do they justify that to when the actual actress sees it? See, the thing about this, though, is that actress is known for playing queer characters. And it sort of implies that this character is going to be queer code.
She's hot.
It's Han Solo. It's lesbian Han Solo.
I get ugly people having to do the weird pronoun stuff, but why does an attractive woman need to do weird pronoun stuff?
Sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah, it's gynocentric Han. It's gonna be smashing all the puss in the galaxy, but it's gonna be lesbian only.
That's what I asked in your chat last night. Can they just not get Han rights to use Han, or this is what they want? Yeah, like I said, I was an indie kid. I've got I got Banksy tattoos before Banksy was a thing, and they got
oh my god,
they got
he's showing them tats.
They got 2 Modest Mouse lyrics, so yeah, I may or may not have been an indie kid. So yeah, the hipsters were the ones who came in and ruined all that good stuff. Wait, what in the world is this next super?
Allow Iger, the talent terrorist. Iger. Habis, that Star Wars game needs a burqa. 100%.
We are the best side of the internet. Change my mind.
Yeah. No, so shout out Anders for doing the right. And yes, Allah Iger, the talented terrorist. Habibis, that Star Wars game needs a burqa.
Honestly, I mean, they're probably going to, in Star Wars, they're going to be on a lot of desert planets. So
I will have jihad against the expanded universe.
I figured it out. $10 burqa, day one DLC burqa. That's actually pretty genius. I'm just waiting. I hope the modders can mod Eve from Stellar Blade in there. So Badge, you should be the exact target demographic. Love Star Wars, love video games. This should be for you.
It should be so great.
0 to 100. How excited are you to play this and buy this?
Fucking 0. I'm not going to play it. Like, if it's free, if it comes out free on Game Pass, I'll play it just to see how bad it is. But, like, you can't, as far as I know, you can't character change anything. So I don't really care about that. Everything I've seen about this character, I don't give a shit about. So, yeah, I'm not excited about it at all.
We got a couple Durkas I gotta pull up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it most certainly is a trap. And it's just like, it's like with the Galactic Star Cruiser or all the Disney stuff, how they want to make it the new Star Wars. It's just like, give the customers what they want, and they will do the exact opposite of what we are currently doing.
The joke is on you, my brother. We were never monetized to begin with.
Honestly, stick a burqa on her.
Yeah,
it's gonna be $10.
Got it. Make it gay. No, like I said, maybe the gameplay, because they sort of want to seem like it's a Star Wars Red Dead Redemption type of thing, where your speeder's your horse. But again, they got the cute little animal that's supposed to be your BD droid. I don't know.
That just gives me like cat. It gives me cat lady vibes.
Yes, and just all the things in it. It just looks like she's going to be boss bitching her way through it, and not the fun type that we just saw.
So in Madam Web, she goes into like her apartment. She's just got random cat that's named Cat that she just like randomly feeds, and all it's there to do is just give you crazy cat lady vibes. That's what that thing gives me.
Put a burqa on her and make her haram. Yeah, that's great. Put a burqa, make her lame and haram. And better make kosher.
You guys are funnier than us. Y'all need to start channels or else.
Bro, chat most of the time is fucking hilarious. That's why it's so annoying when sometimes the bigger channels ignore it. It's like, they're the funniest jokes that are so like contextual to the moment at that moment. That's why it's like, you got to bring it in, or the moment passes.
Yeah.
You lose some of the best jokes.
We're the ones that create the memes too. Like, they're just Jay misreading stuff. We're the ones that make this what it is. So
for the rule of wrist.
They might be a little behind. Social media analyst accuses Lucasfilm with this Master of the TDS accuses Lucasfilm and Disney of using bots to promote Ubisoft's upcoming Star Wars Outlaws game. They're just like so open with this crap now.
Look at this. This is what we're talking about. They took a Spanish bisexual actress who's in a polyamorous relationship to make a video game character. Oh, polygamous. Sorry, polygamous relationship to make a video game character that ended up an androgynous one. All the boxes. Yeah.
Yeah, except for the box of actual Star Wars fans. They forgot that box. So, if you don't believe in bots, whenever a big new trailer comes out, just look at those first like 20 comments.
Oh shit, Durag Vince. He is known.
Oh, Darb getting up in here again. Pull it up.
5 gifties. Doing 5 gifties. No, let's see. Let's see when people turn green.
Golden cats.
2 titties. No.
Yes. 2 buttocks.
Oh my god. Start leaving when we sing. They go up when we sing. Ministry of Authority Usurpation. Yeah. All right. John Hopkins.
I like how she holds the whip, right? Like, I mean, she means business.
See, drag Vince. It's not all right. Reinhardt, boom. Alex Darby made you go green. Loved it. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, who else do you get? You got Yosef, John Hopkins just got in there, Trashy Drifter. We got Melanie too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, any new greens? Let's see some emojis in chat. Also, I need more ideas for emojis. Honestly, my emojis kind of suck.
I want that butter dish. There actually is already a butter dish emoji, which is funny.
I love there's Lock It In Yay now on Nerdrotic. So,
they've pretty well kicked out a lot of the or alienated all the us's. That's why we're sitting here instead of at Disneyland or watching Disney shit.
So yeah,
fans are gone.
Do you check that when a trailer first comes out? I always check those first comments, and like the first 10, probably half of them is like a really busty chick in like a lingerie or like a swimsuit or something as the profile pic every time.
Oh yeah,
and
those bots are real.
Yeah, but some of them, I don't even think they necessarily. It's like the studio's paying for them. I think some of them are like paying to bot themselves. Heck, I think we even have some botters on our side.
Yeah. There's one I've talked about, and I said, boy, that's either a very interesting bot that is subscribes and comments on all my channels, or that's like a language barrier on some of the things. But either way, that's fine.
Well, I'm saying,
won't question it.
When people just get like an absurd amount of like the thumbs up, which then moves the comment up.
Oh,
there's a lot of weirdness on that one, especially on the trailers. And they'll say a lot. They'll like in this, as Master of the TDS is pointing out, is they use a lot of the same phrasing.
Yeah, he's a lot like my father. That. He's everywhere.
Or they're like, the CGI looks great, or there's a certain thing that they all really have to comment on, and all just happen to really enjoy and say they enjoy in a very similar way.
Yeah. No, but the bot farms are real.
They're going to need a bot harder for some Star Wars Outlaws.
Oh. The fact that the trailer for Acolyte is ratioed that hard, it has to be like 1 million downvotes at this point.
Dude, the Acolyte, man, we expect it to be really bad, but I feel like it's going to be so bad, it's going to get like the conservatives caring about like wokeness and Star Wars.
I think the messaging is going to be so fucking on the nose, so insufferable. And it'll have implications that will maybe possibly ruin some things in the prequel trilogy. Yeah, I think people are. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be nowhere close to that Rey movie, of course, with our girl Charmin.
If it ever happens.
Yeah, did it? I don't have the. You gotta. What's the best of those? Because I was looking at a couple of them. The ones that show you downvotes, the plugins. I want to get one for Chrome, but I couldn't tell which one to get. That Acolyte trailer, did it break 1 million?
Oh, the Acolyte?
Because last I saw it was at 700,000 plus, and that was like a week ago.
Dang. That's going up faster than Sweet Baby Ink Detected.
Jesus, Schwarzenegger, take the wheel.
What's the Schwarzenegger movie I'm watching now? Oh, wait, also, I never added Logan.
Oh, the Running Man.
Running Man, that's one I gotta add, right? That's one I want to add. Yeah, any like sci-fi, like 80s dystopia stuff, yes. You don't have to make me watch those. I love that stuff.
I love that shit too. Yeah, that's my favorite. Post-apocalyptic.
So it's just under 10 million views. 190,000 up. It's 673 down. But that's like the official. High. So if you take them all, I assume things start looking pretty rough. Okay. Total Recall. I've seen Total Recall. Yes, that was excellent. Both. It's controversial. I like the remake. I really like because they took it more the sci-fi dystopia path.
Yeah, it's definitely more dystopia and social credit scory and one world government.
But it's not like pro. It's not pro that.
No, it's not. It's there though.
Yeah, that's the shit. Yeah, that's what I want to make. That's what my comic book is going to be. So, soft launching my campaign to kick Mark Kern in the balls. This is not okay. It gets called threats or whatever, threats of violence. I think it's kind of funny. Do you think this is okay or not okay, Badger?
I mean, in best interpretation, obviously that is a joke, but also they want to play that game too. And he makes that joke about Lisa Mercunti and marrying her on April Fool's Day, and they put kill out order on him basically.
No way.
Do-rag
Vince in the house.
Erwin, I like all the characters you're coming up with on here. Would do well on Raw. Let's sign a contract at my place. Bring your butter dish. Bro, you want to talk about Jesus Schwarzenegger coming out on Raw? That's my walk. Yeah. Hell yeah. Do-rag Vince, we about to get signed on some contracts. Oh, God. What character are you going to come out now?
What do you think? It's for Do-rag Vince.
Oh, no. He's going to do racism.
Can't believe they accuse us of being racist.
There we go. Do-rag Irwin in the house.
What up, G's? I think I'm
man.
pretty sure that's what Do-rag Vince says.
Make sure your butter is soft. Yeah.
All right. Technically, this is like a biker do-rag. So I think I am technically allowed to wear it.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
Wait, could you text your black friend real quick for me?
Hold on, let me get some. Can he? No. Yes, I think we'll be
what
all
up,
right.
G?
Whoa! I'll do it real quick. Hold on.
Oh, whoa! Jeez!
It's a real quick one. It was a flash. Pimp Daddy. That's more acceptable.
We haven't received our inward passes yet.
Yeah.
One of these days, though. One of these days.
Huh? I've heard it both ways.
It feels like a wash rag. Y'all just jealous I'm styling, yo. That's how my people talk, right? Hey, I identify as black in a previous life, thank you, while we're talking about thetans again. Yeah, that's badge. If you haven't seen that one, that's one you got to watch out for. I think that's how they got Campia one day or something like that.
Yes, I've seen knees do grow, depending on if you use potions.
Right into Mark Kern's balls, apparently.
Oh
I think it's funny. I get the double standard, but honestly, it's soft launching a campaign to kick someone in the balls. The left aren't very funny, so when they are occasionally funny, I think I can laugh.
Well, it is, and talking about funny, let me get this one out of the way, because he did mention the knee grow thing, and I'm thinking of skeletal.
God, this is the first stream I've monetized.
That won't get you to. I'm thinking of skeletal grow, which is of course a Harry Potter thing. I got that Harry Potter story real quick. That I just think it's fun.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wait. So it makes your bone grow?
So no.
Is it coming up blue pill?
So more information has come out even further, just how bad this whole. Let's just say there's going to be a lot of detransitioners, right? Which has led to people calling for Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson to, and as we see here, this guy says, just waiting for Dan and Emma to give you a very public apology, safe in the knowledge that you will forgive them. And Mama Rowling, Mama JK, she, of course, she says, not safe, I'm afraid. Celebs who cozied up to a movement intent on eroding women's hard-won rights and who use their platforms to cheer on the transitioning of minors can save their apologies for traumatized detransitioners and vulnerable women reliant on single-sex spaces. So I love that she basically told Dan and Emma, you don't have to apologize to me. Better apologize to all those kids that you fucked up by backing this dangerous ideology without really understanding the implications of it.
So similar to how some of this ESG DEI stuff, we're going to be in like a roundabout kind of way. Like the government's gonna like take their funds out of these companies, and it's like going after Al Capone for taxes kind of a situation. So a lot of this trans kid stuff is going to get stopped when all the detransitioners start suing the crap out of these people. See, that is when they will finally be like, oh, okay,
see what happens.
Money because they're
see what happens when
in
you
it
mention
for the
it?
money.
Yeah, no, that's the point, and that's one of those things of the statute of limitations being changed to like 20 years for these doctors, so you have extra time to come to your senses. Yeah, so I'm all for that.
Yeah, I really hate when people talk about like the right side of history and all this stuff, like even on our side. I just hate that phrase. But this is one of those ones in the future, people are not going to be looking back very fondly on what we were doing to the children. It's It's going to be like eugenics and phrenology and all that, like blood sucking leeches.
Ironically, they are afraid of being on the wrong side of history, and they're very most definitely going to be on that wrong side. And that's what I mean. It's like the realization of, oh shit, in thinking we were doing good. Some of them know damn well what they're doing.
Like The Rock, even the fence sitters are starting to realize,
or the Alan
things are
Richardsons,
changing.
all those dudes that I just don't think put that much time into it. They're busy working out and reading scripts and all that and virtue signaling.
Yeah,
he is a games journalist.
They always want to like accuse, we're not diverse enough and whatnot. You get like a black woman, Candace Owens, or you get like a Ollie London or whatever, like detransitioner. The white male conservatives raised them
Chloe
up,
Cole,
put them on their shoulders, march them around. It's the exact opposite of what they accuse us of. I wish I was a black non-binary lesbian. I'd already have a Daily Wire job. And I'd already have been fired from my Daily Wire job.
By the way, Lord Brothers, he's not wrong. We jumped to a whole nother level of super gay and super like to where the normal gay people were like, hey now, can we calm down? Can we go back to like a Will and Grace level of gay? Oh no. It's been one of them. I call my father to cleanse you. The soy milk.
I can't wait to go see Alan Richkinson in Ungentlemanly Warfare now.
Yeah, well, that's the real thing. Is it all decides who's important.
You hear that? That's 14 karat plastic right there, baby.
Got to get the Geeks and Gamers logo.
I know. I've been loving
that bling. Yes, click the like at the button.
All right. Do you have any more stories? Because I kind of stole all your spotlight and then let you do.
No, they were all important.
Oh wait, did we get another? Okay, I complained about not getting an FFS, but a yo dog is also sufficient. Thank you, Jeff.
Good. No, we ended up talking about roundly everything I was going to talk about.
Excellent. So we should end it, but holy crap, these guys were wildly supportive today. So we'll go for a couple more. But yeah, I got that
real quick. This is the biggest takeaway. This is how I feel. I feel bad for the normal gay people too. They was like, bro, all we wanted to do was not get beaten in the head when we're kissing our boyfriends or girlfriends on the street and shit. And like, okay, every once in a while we wanted a gay character in a movie. I was fine with that. It worked out just fine. Everyone was happy. And that shit got taken care of. And like I said, I have a gay uncle, and had this ideology existed when he was a kid, I would have a gay aunt right now. So the only genocide is against gay people. They're coming in at really crucial moments, and they're fucking with these people. I'm not saying actual gay people like a Blair White wouldn't exist, but boy, is it such a smaller number. And even those people acknowledge basic biology and that it's a coping mechanism for what is essentially a mental disorder, a gender or a body dysmorphia. It's no different than someone that wants to cut their hand off and then one day surgically removes their hand and they feel better. It is a fucking coping. It does not magically mean
the doctors and all the establishment are saying, yes, this is good. Do it.
Yeah, because they get $70,000 for a vaginoplasty and they do several a day.
Yeah,
it is big genocide. Business. Yes, it is big business. 100%.
Save the lesbians.
Yeah.
I can get behind that initiative.
By the way, as someone, again, culinary industry, it was filled with gay people, men and women. They're fucking hilarious. They would say the most inappropriate guy. I can't say names, but I love something. Some of my best memories are with them. And I feel horrible for what has happened to just like the women's movement has been regressed, the actual gay rights movement has been regressed by all of this shit. And you are actively creating people that hate you. You're actively creating transphobes and homophobic people.
It's what gays against groomers.
I love them.
We got to stand up. Like when I did all the documentaries about all the big tech trying to put us in a sci-fi dystopia, that's me. My nerds are the best culture on the planet. I'm sorry, fight me. But we've also got like our Bill Gates and our big tech people that I consider to be part of our nerds, and they are absolute just sociopaths trying to enslave us. And like, those are my nerds. I take responsibility. We got to expose them. Any group's got their crazies, and the normal people gotta be louder than the crazies, or else the crazies speak for us. And we
you can't be afraid, right? You can't be afraid of those crazies that when they shout you down and call you all the things that they actually are, you have to be like, get fucked, and just go right through it.
Yeah. It's like the old Aristotle or whatever quote about how if you choose not to participate in politics, you're going to inevitably end up being ruled by your inferiors. If we're not speaking out against it, then it's only the crazy speaking out against it. And then and then you get blamed for your group doing it. I mean, we hate when like I watch like a lot of international people on YouTube, and whenever they bring up America, they always want to dunk on America, and it's like, screw you. Like how you see America is all you YouTubers when you go to LA. Like that's not us. So, but it's like at the same time, it's like I get it. So we got to stand up, and we got to make sure we got a better name out there. We can't let these people just speak for us, which is why it's important. Like if you're black, if you're a woman, and you don't like all this stuff being done in your name, you got to stand up.
That's also
I
why
do be
it's funny.
looking dumb. Thank you.
Like when Gary and Drinker go on Piers Morgan and all that, and it's like, well, that's speaking up that normal people are going to hear pretty concisely what our problems are. And then when more and more people are echoing it, yeah.
He has a good point. When you got to put on your spider costume, is that what he means?
I must have forgotten. We grifted a different thing this time.
Oh no, I put it in a hard to
something.
get place on accident, so I can't ever get it.
I forgot it in my other pants.
Your wiener? I once worked with someone. So speaking of the restaurant industry and why I had to get away, I furries, non-binaries, trans, a ped, worked with a ped there near the end that we literally ran out of the store. Soldier was going to kill and whatnot. One of the people left their fake D in the bathroom sitting on top of the toilet.
Nice.
I once had a trans person who was the one who shed the vax on me tell me that they had a bigger D than me at home. So thank you all in chat for getting me away from that hellhole.
He's a rescue animal.
I worked with a neo-Yahtzee fresh out of prison at one point.
Oh, that must have been fun.
He wore a freaking neo-Yahtzee necklace, and they just got away. He got away with it because they didn't know what it was. Me and like one other guy knew what it was, and I'm like, I fucking hate this guy. Everyone here is welcome, unless you're a socialist, and yeah.
It is funny how like shockingly crazy some shit people will say to you. Like, no.
Oh, yes, the restaurant industry, they're all ready to trauma dump on you.
Yeah.
They are all so messed up in the head.
Yeah, there's definitely a few moments where like that's not what I meant at all, but okay. Yeah, but I miss it, but it's all right. This is I don't miss it that much. This is much better.
This is way better.
It's much preferred. This doesn't drain my social battery. I like hanging out with the nice people.
All right, Badger. I got a couple more stories. I think it's about time to go. So the reason we got to end it a bit earlier is because I got to edit, because I want to get the first part of my documentary out for you guys tomorrow, if possible. It's going to be tough, but I am trying. I haven't put out a video in like 2 weeks at this point, so who knows how well it's going to do. But once I get that out, I'll probably knock out a couple of quick, easier ones covering some Gamergate 2 stuff or whatever. I'm kind of afraid to cover Hollywood again. I feel like the video is going to bomb if I go back to Hollywood and entertainment.
Nah, people are ready for it again, and they're only going to bomb further, so we got to start talking about it. Don't worry. Everyone will be ready to shit on the Acolyte, that's for sure.
All right. Badge, you got anything coming up? You got any good videos today?
No, I mean, I had a video that just came out, and I got another one come out at 4. So by all means, go make sure to check those out. Thank you for everyone that liked and subbed and got me over 3,000. Obviously, keep going because now it never ends. Now I get to obsess about getting to 4,000.
Right? You've been doing it for 4 months?
4 months, yes.
It's freaking wild, dude. And speaking of people's wild success, Hypno, Sound Night Hypnosis has got Grums on it, the guy who soft campaigned to kick him in the balls. And then he's going to be on Flashcast later tonight. Yeah, and he is also working on hitting 40K subscribers. His videos have been popping off like crazy. And thanks to everyone's support in his chat and whatnot, he's able to pay me so I can buy my 14-karat plastic necklaces. Thanks to all your guys' support. Because that's why you guys support me in here, and then you also support the people who pay me to do stuff for them. So that way I don't have to get told by my coworkers they have a bigger D than me at home. Instead, Hypno just calls me gay every time I can't come on his stream.
Sorry, Millennial, we're coming in just at the end as we're saying goodbye. But make sure to watch Saturday Night Hypnosis and Flashcast tonight where he's on.
Streams are unlisted, but I do have a playlist now. So if you do want to watch what we were doing, just check out that playlist. It'll be on there as soon as the video's over. Yeah, Hypno, I am glad so when I when I made the documentary, I wanted to work for to edit for Nerdrotic or Geeks and Gamers, and I wanted to get Gary to hire me before he hit 1 million, and it was like way too gigantic and whatnot. And at the time, he was at like 500K. So like the fact that he got to mill quick, like that is impressive. He's going to be getting to 2 million speedily.
Oh yeah, no, Gary certainly faster than he got to that first million. Yeah,
20K live viewers. Like next time he has a big guest on, we're getting to 20K. I think. Yeah, I love seeing. Like I'm not one of those people who gets jealous. I love seeing everyone's success. Like rising tide lifts all ships.
That's what I think.
Gary's more successful. Like Jeremy's more successful. That gives more opportunities to people like me to stop having to work in the restaurant industry.
And it's just more legitimacy. Like you can't say that we're screaming to no one.
Yeah.
Well, we might be screaming into them, but like the idea of us and YouTubers. So yeah.
Yeah, and ultimately we're in an information war. And one of the most important things, back when I get like 10 views a video, I was telling people about, make sure you donate, support people. And one of the big things is supporting people who are having to do a job, but they're doing like YouTube or whatever it is they're doing on the side. Getting those people to being able to go from part-time to being able to do that full-time is possibly the most important thing we can do. Getting the tiny guys to be little guys, and then getting the little guys to be able to go full-time, and then getting the people like Gary and Critical Drinker, the more mainstream appeal guys, sharing those out. I think growing the fellowship at the bottom and creating creators out of the fellowship, insanely important. And then the big guys we get who have that mainstream success, that's who the videos we're sharing with, like our parents or our friends or coworkers or whatever. The little guys making sure they can do this full time, and then the big guys getting their voices out. The most important things we can do in the information war. And you guys are the reason I was able to go from working with crazy trash to being able to do this for a living. And it means so freaking much to me.
We all add something different to the pie.
Yes. We all have our place. Tech Rat, he's producer extraordinaire. As much as I'd like to do the Badger and Hypno thing and make 3 videos a day, editing's more my thing. So it's like we all got our place. And no matter what you're doing, just do a little bit more. And then you'll get comfortable with it. And then just do a little bit more. And then you'll get comfortable with it. And then just do a little bit more. And that's how we win this. Assuming they don't nuke us all into oblivion.
Yeah, we'll see. See what happens this year. But yeah, that's how you do it. One little bit at a time. Before you know it, you're streaming with your heroes.
Don't find time, make time.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you for all the support. Like, oh my God. You guys went wild. Anders, Aiden, Magnum. We got 2 graph webs. He couldn't help himself. A lot of cores. Let's see. I don't want to miss anyone. Of course, we got Dr. Wish Respect. Clifton even got up in here with a 5. Alex Darby's like, we need more Catwoman statues. Here's what I think 10 he did today. God bless it.
Yeah.
Durag Vince, how could I forget? Durag Vince got in here. You guys are the absolute best, and I can't wait to see you guys again.
I don't know how to take this. Hold on. I think of you guys when I'm changing oil on tractors. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know how to take that either, but I'm taking it a good way because it's
I'll
from
take
Alex
it.
Darby.
I'll take it in a good way. Yeah.
We are streaming again. We're streaming again on Fridays, 3 p.m. Eastern, the Lord's time. You want to come pregame the hour before F&T? Come join us.
That would be fun.
And of course, we'll keep doing these Saturdays. And I think we're going to be adding some other days here as well. Because, like I said, the government is after me. I sadly have to make more videos and do more streaming. But as much as I hate to grift, I know you guys got me, and it means a lot. And I'm not going back. I'm selling my B-hole. I'm not going back to the restaurant business. I'm selling my B-hole.
Yeah, don't worry. Not going anywhere.
Highest bidder. You guys are the best. Talk to you guys next weekend. Hopefully I'll have a video for you tomorrow.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Good, then get the hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
I needed to get rid of the human garbage, otherwise known as my best friends.
Come on.
Bonnie, how do you keep getting back in?
Well, bye.
I'm sorry, babe. I didn't mean that either.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile.